program, Miss Intro.
And look at this. Already we have a comment. Hello to some of my favorite peeps. You have no idea how high she is tonight.
It's not that bad.
Oh,
Not
it's
as bad as I was the other night.
It's kind of bad. It's going to be bad.
I was able to do technical things. Dude, we're starting to set ourselves up for a colossal amount of failure, but as a result, we will have a colossal amount of success because we're learning as we go.
It's a colossal learning situation.
What have we learned in the last year? Well, we should introduce ourselves.
This is Marital Hate.
I am Stacy.
I am Doug.
We are married.
We are indeed married by
for
law.
Like 10 and a half years now.
Almost 11. Yeah, this summer. Can you believe
together
it?
Almost 12.
And together almost 12.
We're empty nesters.
We're empty nesters. We live in Florida. You can see our pool.
We have 6.
We have flamingos. We have a podcast. Welcome to our podcast.
Grown children who are undoubtedly horrified by this podcast. Although some of them have been on the podcast.
Some of them have, and some of them enjoy our podcast. So there you have it.
Yay. So anyway, we do this. It's every night. It's live. It's interactive. And unfortunately, some days I am disheveled, or we are disheveled, and I'm still putting my makeup on. And Doug's got to put his gold on because he likes gold.
And Tracy says, "I like hi Stacy as long as she feels okay." How are you feeling?
I feel okay. By the end of the day, I always feel like, do you know the mirrors? Oh, by the end of the day, I always feel like shit. And so when I am high, I feel ever so slightly better by the end of the day. So it's like, if I could wait till as late as 7 o'clock at night to take my cannabis oil and I would be okay. But I might, if the pain gets, if I wait too long, I really have to time it right. So if I time it perfectly, I've realized is if I take it at 6, I'm just high enough to do the podcast, and then I'm exhausted afterward, and I'm pain-free the entire time. Because there were times where I wouldn't take it until right before we did the podcast,
right?
And I would be
you were in pain the whole
agony.
Show.
There were nights where I threw up because I was in so much pain. We had to end the podcast immediately.
That has nothing to do with marital hate.
Well, it does, because you hated me because I threw up all over the pool deck and you had to clean it up.
Those are my favorite thing to do.
And then there was there's been 3 times that I've peed myself. I mean, if you have
one time was because I made you laugh a lot.
It's always because you make me laugh a lot. You're hilarious. You do these crazy impressions. I think some of them might be racist.
Well, I think they
Put your gold on.
All of them.
Put your gold
on. All right, so
on.
Tracy says she made it out of the shower and dressed with 2 minutes to spare. You do not need to wear clothes to watch this podcast because we're not bringing you on camera. But whatever you're comfortable with.
You don't even have to wear clothes to be on this podcast in person. We had someone pull her top out, whip her little ditties out. They were lovely, nice and perky. Where's the box of tissues that I used to pop? We are very high tech here at Marital Hate. I have a portable mirror.
Keyword high.
With a light in it. And one half of it is magnifying because I'm old lady blind. And it's covered in fingerprints. And like once every 6 months, Doug sees it and is horrified and scrubs it within an inch of its life. You may have noticed that I do not look like a human being right now because I have no makeup on. Just a little mascara. So I'm going to try to make myself look presentable for you, because all the people that do it well on the internet are young and pretty, or like super alternative, or like, I don't know, cooler than me, or more boring than me. I don't know.
I will say what you get here is real. And sometimes it's not real good. Sometimes it's real funny. Sometimes it's real inappropriate.
Sometimes it's real fucked up. And we're going to get into that.
Sometimes it's real messed up.
Can you catch up on comments while it's back on my face?
Yay for timing, Tracy says. And then she says, you still look beautiful. And Doug is sharp. I look sharp because I got a little burnt yesterday. I look like super tan.
You start to look like a Florida man. If you put your gold on, you'll be just like George Harrison.
George Harrison was in the Beatles. George Hamilton was known for his tan.
Yeah, you'll be just like George Harrison.
You'll
have a tan.
What about George Stephanopoulos?
You'll have a tan.
Yeah.
You'll have a slick haircut. You've got that snazzy suit, but you're a musician, so you're like George Harrison.
I like that. But the haircut and the tan looks good. Look at me. I look. I think maybe I am becoming.
Well, every girl's crazy about a sharp dressed man,
sharp haircut or whatever. Yeah. I don't know. I gotta tell you, I'm actually in no mood for the podcast but I
Wow.
am in the mood for the people on the podcast.
Thank you for telling
Does
me
that matter?
With
Like,
that.
I mean, I'm kind of
Like
not
you're
in the mood
hoping
to
that
be
they're
all
gonna save
funny
you?
and stuff, but I am hoping that the podcast can buoy me into a What are you doing? Stabbing me?
Spraying you with aromatherapy so you can feel better.
No, I want to be honest with people, and thank you for the compliment about my haircut and my tan.
Okay, well, I'm sorry that you're having a sad day.
Well, it's not a sad day. I'm just like I'm
I'm
kinda
sorry. I'm sorry that is your experience.
And you wanted to have me take some sort of drug so that I snapped out of it.
I did suggest that he should take some drugs. I did. And many people have suggested that you should take some drugs. And most of the people have suggested that you take some drugs that grow in the ground is a lovely sort of weed.
So
cannabis sativa.
I don't know if you remember this back in the 80s. There was a commercial. There was a frying pan.
Yes.
And the guy put an egg and he said, "This is your brain." And they put it in the frying pan and they fried the egg. And he goes, "This is your brain on drugs."
Oh, our first
Any
president,
questions?
Our first of 2 presidents with Alzheimer's while in the White House, and his lovely wife in her tiny red suits. Could you do me a small favor and grab me any kind of lip balm? My lips feel like if I was smoking crack. And
you
my
had lips
cracked
like the Grand Canyon.
Like the Grand Canyon.
So I'll get you some lip balm, which I'll let you keep.
Oh, thank you. Why?
Because you nasty.
If you don't know, now you know. That's from the movie Black Dynamite. And I think it's definitely a movie you could not make today, but it's fucking hilarious. I wish we could come to a place, and I mean, it's what we try to encourage here. I think I got eye cream in my eye and it burns a lot. I wish we could get to a place as a society where none of us took ourselves seriously. We could all just joke about whatever, because humor really is truly healing. It's helped us a ton. Not that Doug needs help. He's perfect.
Well, the character that from Black Dynamite that
you're not going to argue that point.
No, the character from Black Dynamite that said that line. His name was Chocolate Giddy Up, and he's a pimp, and he wore a cowboy hat, so he was Chocolate Giddy Up, and yeah. Maybe we'll share that with the folks.
Well, we're trying to get lower on comments and stuff, because if anything interesting happens while things are on screen, we're fucked.
So she says, "Hey, you guys, The Goonies is on TV." All right,
I
don't hate the Goonies. I kind of hate the Goonies. I think it's an overrated movie.
Time out for just 1 second. Does everybody know how this works? Do we tell them they can comment? We pull their comments.
It's an interactive podcast.
If you're on YouTube or Facebook, you can comment. If you're on Twitter, come over to YouTube or Facebook, because
you can comment right away.
We can pull your comments up on screen. We can promote your business, or
and Instagram
whatever.
Shuts off at 9 because they've had enough of our crap.
Sucks. So welcome. We're grateful you're here. Please like, share, and follow. If you follow us on the socials, we follow you back. Okay, go ahead.
So the Goonies.
Doug is not a fan.
They're teasing this movie, The Goonies, bad back in the day, right?
You're just.
I believe I may have even worked in a movie theater at this point. They're teasing this thing, The Goonies. The Ghostbusters had just come out, and the Gremlins had just come out, and we're like, Goonies. What are Goonies? That sounds awesome. Like, we're thinking back, like when we were kids, we had the Groovy Ghoulies, stuff like this. We're thinking the Goonies is going to be great. You know what it was? A bunch of misfit fucking kids running around and doing stuff they weren't supposed to be doing.
I just realized you kind of look like Sean Astin. I want to do a side by side. Do you guys think Doug looks like Sean Astin?
Sean Astin looks like birthday boy Chris Cantwell. Happy birthday, Chris, wherever you are, New Hampshire.
Happy birthday, Chris. And I like his wife. She's
all-time
nice.
Good guy, Maureen. Yeah, she's a sweetheart.
She's nice. And they moved from Scituate up north.
They moved from Norton up to New Hampshire.
They
had a little snow issues this past week with the power outages and things like that.
Snow.
So I think they pulled through. I think
in Florida, snow means one of 2 things. Florida snow, 3 things.
It means cocaine.
It's either this. Yes, it means cocaine. Thank you. That was my punchline.
Say hello to my little friend.
Thank you for stealing it.
I'm sorry. I like to say cocaine.
You could have said cocaine at the appropriate time.
Okay, wait. I would say cocaine at the appropriate time.
There's something in the bushes.
It's just a rattlesnake.
Okay, I'm way too high and I don't have my glasses.
Could be a cat. It could be anything. We have a neighborhood cat. We have bunnies.
Oh, I know that there's a battle over the neighborhood cat.
Okay. Yeah. We're sorry. We're sorry. All right. So here we go. So if you watch the Goonies, the humor and the reactions, everything about it is like just completely like Spielberg, like trying to get a shot and all this. It's so fake. It's so fake. Those friends would never act like that. They would never have like, yeah, I don't know. It just bothers me. There's nothing I like about that movie. John Matuzak, I like about that movie.
So you don't think that people, you, Douglas Gear, cannot sympathize with a family that in danger of losing their house, and they have a group of friends that hangs out at their house constantly? It's like literally your life, you lunatic.
But people don't talk like that. They don't talk like that. They don't act like that. What do you mean
they don't talk like that?
Just watch the movie in with a new like spin on it. Yeah. So
I think that there's a lot of people that watch this podcast and say people don't talk like that. People don't act like that.
Well, these people do. But yeah, I don't know. I just think it's a crappy movie.
Oh my God.
And it's like,
put some gold on. You said you're being a grouch. Gold will help you. Gold always helps. Maybe we'll put a little Rosie on you too. Could be like Rosie the Riveter. Maybe a little more right here. Okay, and just a little bit more right there. And over here, I want to highlight your wrinkles. Oh, and like, can you bend over?
I'm like becoming in a less and less of a good mood about this podcast.
I just think you look so beautiful with your gold. Well, blend yourself in there.
It's just not good. That's just not a good movie. I will argue Goonies is a bad movie any day of the week.
Blend your face, Mr. Aston. Okay, so my husband looks like Sean Astin. Yay or nay? We will play that game tomorrow. Okay. Can you please blend your face?
I shall blend my face.
Are we up to date on comments yet? Because, oh my God. Oh my God. Who else was in the Goonies? And did they ever go on to fame? Is Sean Astin the only one?
Oh, that kid that just won the Oscar last year.
Was in the fucking Goonies. That's a pretty big deal.
Okay.
Goonies never say die.
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of life they've lived that they're in fear for their lives.
The clouds behind us are creating a hidden Mickey.
Dramatic. Mm-hmm. Doesn't that seem a little dramatic? Goonies never say die, like they're in fear for their lives.
So stupid.
I can't believe you're making me understand your point. I hate when you make a point. It's the worst.
Yeah, it's so stupid. It's a pirate ship. Goonies. I thought it was gonna be like some like little monster chud like thing. Whatever. It wasn't. The clouds are creating a hidden Mickey behind us, which is how Florida cloud seeds, so that it's a even the sky is a advertisement.
Are you mocking the?
I am well, I'm not saying that cloud seeding is a thing. I'm mocking chemtrails.
Cloud seeding is.
It's our time here. It's our time. I'm here, Doug. And then little Tommy Milmore says shiny.
Wait, I'm sorry. What was the comment before Tommy's?
It's our time. It's our time down here, Doug. I think that was from the Goonies.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I'm sorry that you didn't have a better.
Hey, you guys! I kind of look like sloth. I'm not gonna lie.
All I know is
get my makeup on. You know what?
Some kids are not gonna outsmart Robert Davi. It's just not gonna happen.
You know what? He can't outsmart his acne scars, so I don't know.
In this, he needs some gold.
Although it's really weird. He's a guy that makes acne scars look good somehow. Is that weird?
Mm.
Do you know anybody else? Oh, Seal.
Well, those weren't acne scars. That was like some sort of birth defect. Thank you very much for.
I'm so sorry, Mr. Seal. I didn't know.
He's never going to survive unless
he gets a little retinol. Can they give him like a Is there a laser? But here's the thing, though. He's so sexy because of them. So I don't think he should get rid of them. I'm so sorry, Mr. Seal. I think you're.
Is Seal his last name or his first name? Because you're calling him Mr. Seal.
I think it's his stage name, but I'm trying to be respectful. I'm so sorry. I think you're so beautiful. I think you have the most beautiful skin I've ever seen in my life.
But if you have a monster dog seal,
you have a beautiful voice. And if you would like to have sex with a middle-aged white woman, I can get a hall pass.
What if he has a giant dog?
If I could fuck, I would.
His full name.
Seal, I'm so sorry, but I'm afraid of monster dongs. So if you have a monster dong, it will never be.
Okay, Seal's full name. Are you ready for it?
Yeah.
Seal Henry Olizagun Alumide Ediola Samuel. So really his name is Seal Samuel.
Mr. Seal, because that's a lot. Samuel. I'm having a hard time. I'm not gonna put a massive dong in my mouth. If it's too big, I can't fit. If it doesn't fit, you must acquit. But I couldn't put it inside my parts for fear of my entire intestinal tract falling out. Right.
Well, I don't know. I think you need to either want to have sex with Seal or you don't. You have to make up your mind. You got to take whatever he gets.
I don't want to have sex with anyone with a monster dong. That's my only point.
All right, but he's also married. You're married. He's married. Heidi Klum is married.
Yes, but everybody gets their celebrity 5. Everybody gets their celebrity 5. You get a hall pass.
All right.
Yeah, I would give you a hall pass for Susanna Hoffs. Don't you want that?
She's 65 years old now.
Yeah, and you're almost 60.
Yeah, but can I get Susanna Hoffs in 1986? Because that would with the Rickenbacker.
I think that makes you a pedophile.
Oh, can I get Elizabeth Montgomery in Bewitched in 1968? Can I get
okay,
Julie Newmar
that's basically our friend
as
Andrea.
Catwoman?
That's basically our friend Andrea.
Right.
You're a weirdo.
No, you got to pick and choose. All right, so Ian is here. Hi guys, I'm somewhere without my earphones, and honestly, this would freaking horrify people around me. LOL. It messes with our psyches too. Don't get me wrong. Heidi Klum might have something to say about you having sex with Seal. And
I think they've been together a long time.
Yeah,
maybe they want to mix it up.
They need some strength.
Maybe they want to take us on a vacation.
Hey, pretty lady and Doug. Hey, pretty lady.
And Seal has a monster dong. By the way, that monster dong rule applies to everyone. I'm afraid of monster dongs.
What if it's you don't discriminate
it's not just
about
Seal.
Black monster dongs, white monster dongs.
Oh, my friend that sent me a dick pic the other day. I'm terrified of him now. He's a white guy, a little one. I mean, not little, but he's
average in height.
No.
Below average in height.
Slightly below average in height, but huge in character and light. Love you, Art.
But he doesn't wear gold. Fun size.
Gold? Why would he wear gold on his face?
Because only I wear gold on face. Look, I made gold on tonight.
You're the sexiest man alive.
Oh, well.
What? No, don't manifest that. Say it out loud.
I'm the sexiest man.
My dick is too big for my wife.
Would you just stop with the reaching for the dick? We have a couple hours a day.
Another podcast where the husband says, "Would you just stop reaching for the dick?" Like, seriously?
All right, first of all, I take this podcast very serious, young lady. Very Syria. Did I say Syria? I say take this podcast to Syria. So basically, my wife does not know boundaries, as we reviewed a while back reading the Boundaries book. There are times to touch the dick. There are times to not touch the dick. And this is a time not to touch a dick because we're on a live internet show that is being seen by a handful of people.
How many people tonight?
In Syria. Right now we have 26.
Is that only Syria?
21 on your Twitter, which I don't even know if is real.
What about the Marital Hate Twitter?
Marital Hate Twitter has 0 viewing, and Marital Hate YouTube has 1 viewing, which I think is Ann. And then our we have Stacey has 2, Doug has 2, Marital Hate has 2. So
you know why we're not getting coverage on Marital Hate Twitter today? I didn't interact with anybody's shit on the
no
Twitter.
Shit was interacted with today.
I was trying so hard. We're getting out new video shorts. We'd love to know what you hear about them. If you like them.
Sean says it's not Ann. Ann was here. I think she might have left because we were offending the people around her because she didn't have her earphones, as she calls them, earphones. I call them headphones. Earphones. I think an earphone should be one that like is an in the ear thing, and a headphone has got the strap.
Do I look like 80s? My pink eyeshadow.
Do I look like 80s?
Yeah, my pink eyeshadow.
No. It blends in with your sunburn from yesterday. What's up, Shawnee? Now Ann's on Facebook now. Okay, so hopefully you have your earphone.
Or you ran it on speaker so you can blast it to the whole neighborhood.
I don't know if you guys remember in the 70s and the early 80s, radio was like, if you got a transistor radio, it came with an earphone. And it was like almost like maybe a little lighter color than a Band-Aid. It was like almost like a tan like plastic, and it was the best because you could listen to it by laying on your pillow. It was awesome. You could sneak and listen to the radio at night. I don't know. I don't know.
What?
I don't know. I have like little or nothing to give to this podcast tonight.
Okay.
And I'm carrying the weight while you do your face.
Well, it's done. I just finished. I'm sorry. But while we were talking, I was taking notes.
Saw you nodding out.
I wasn't nodding out. I was taking notes.
Yeah.
Nodding out?
It's a line from London Calling.
Well, there's about 20 notes there for podcast stuff.
I'm going to catch up on the thing.
Brilliant ideas based on the things that you say, because you're a genius and you're so handsome in your goals.
Tracy says, you an 80s baby in your 80s Mercedes. And that was Maren Morris.
Oh, I don't know that. Okay.
It's the 80s, and I'm down with the ladies. That was Tone Loc.
We love Tone
And Courtney
Loc.
says, do you guys still say I'm going to videotape that? The kids were making fun of me. I say tape that all the time. I'm going to tape that. Watch it later.
Did Tone Loc die?
I believe Tone Loc may still be alive. I'm thinking he's still alive.
Tone Loc die?
No, I guess not.
No, he is still alive and living in California.
We should get Tone on the show.
Oh my god, that would be so
Alex
cool.
from Stroh's. Do you guys know who Tone Loc is? Because you're awfully young. He did the song "The Wild Thing."
Lose my fucking mind.
We were watching a show over the weekend. It was Celebrity House Hunters, and Biz Markie was on it.
Biz Markie is like, oh my god.
He was such a nice guy. He was
so cool, and he was like just like super down to earth. He collected toys, like his toy collection was insane. What show did we watch him on?
It was Celebrity House Hunters.
I forget which one he bought, but he needed a place for all of his toys, and he'd been buying every toy he couldn't afford when he was a kid, and just like filled his house with them. How cool is that?
So our thing is that all right. So we started watching the Celebrity House Hunters, and it took us a couple episodes to realize that they're just getting these B-list celebrities that can't afford these places and just using them as like fodder to like see if like, and so the Roddy Piper was on there, and then it was like Shannon Doherty, Biz Markie, Andy Dick, one of the Baldwin brothers. And so we were looking up like what their net worth is, and there's no way they could have afforded any of these like Manhattan townhouses, all this stuff. And so we realized it was like incredibly fake. So we started watching from that perspective. So
they had some good episodes though.
There was some good.
The Rowdy Piper episode.
Oh, he's such a he was such a good guy. Yeah.
No, but the episode ended up so sad because Doug was Roddy Piper, was it? No, it was Alec Baldwin.
No, it was not. It was Alec Baldwin's younger brother, Steven. Who was a Jesus freak, and he it was going to buy a farm in upstate New York
and start a whole line of organic
and having
and
that never happened. And he got
they declared bankruptcy.
Yeah, it was
bad. It's not a good situation. Bad. I bet that's worth a fucking fortune.
And that's why they're going on these shows.
We have some deep questions here. Okay. My kids were do you guys still say I'm going to? Yes, we take that. There's other things like I keep calling Doug's like his new record.
I still call it an album,
his new disc. I like MP3.
It's my new cassette. My new cassette single.
I don't know. Tracy says I do, and Tracy says I know him.
Tone Loc. She knows who it was. No, she doesn't know him.
Oh, I think you just knew him.
Because when we asked the question.
Hey, listen, we have a friend who knows Jeffrey fucking Dahmer or knew Jeffrey fucking Dahmer.
Not anymore.
Where do you think we go when we die? Just kidding. That will take us down a rabbit hole. Oh no, it will not.
You're a shit stir. The other night you're like, well, what do you think of Stacey's mom? Because there was a song called Stacey's Mom, and I actually, I went down the rabbit hole about how I never met your mom, and I don't know what to say to her. If I did never meet her. Anyway, so when you go where you die, you go to I sure as hell hope it's not.
I just hope there's a Costco.
Somewhere cold.
Well, yeah, I know. I don't want to go somewhere cold. I mean,
Courtney says she has some wild ideas.
That's why I feel like this podcast is a good thing for me because it's going to send me straight to fucking hell. At least it's warm there.
Maybe
Tracy we're there already.
Shannon Doherty is not doing well. I thought she it took a turn for the better recently. I could be on that. What sign do you make with your hands when you need to make a phone call? Yeah, right there. You like picking it up. It's such a shame that the kids today.
What about roll your car windows down?
Yeah.
This is not something we talk about very often because our car ain't got no doors. But like, say if you're a traffic light and a fucking asshole and the Porsche cuts you the fuck off and you have to look at him like this, and he's like a total pussy and cracks his window this much and goes, "Well, you were coming in hot," and I'm like, dude, this fucking thing is about as aerodynamic as I fucking
You know what you should have said? Yeah, I am hot.
I'll tell you what, he was a fucking pussy. Yo, pussy man.
So
we need to put that on a loop. Yo, pussy
man.
So
So there's a whole generation of people that have been born that don't know the joy of fucking fucking slamming that phone down and hear the little bell go ding.
I've taken a cell phone. Well, that's the thing. When I first got cell phones, I couldn't slam the phone down anymore. I would fucking take a phone and fucking chuck it. I broke more than a couple.
I'm glad that happened before we were married and you are.
Oh, you beat a Swiffer to death.
It was $12 Swiffer.
$27. Thank you.
Courtney does like to stir the pot a little. Courtney, I am going to haunt some asses. She's going to haunt asses.
You guys become Facebook friends yet? You should be Facebook friends.
I don't even know if I have Facebook.
You should we should plan a group vacation for my birthday.
So Tom says you can call it an album. Went through this question when CDs started to roam the earth. Yeah, but I think during CDs though, like you would say, yeah, my new CD's out, whatever, it's good. And now it's album because album is cool and vinyl is cool and CDs are passe. Although I have every single CD that I have. I even have a Rouser CD that I pressed myself off of the website. That's so cool. They had all their songs.
Rousers are actually mentioned in your album.
Rousers are. Yeah, I shared that with little Tommy.
I just came up with a brilliant idea. Would you like to hear?
What's that?
Here it goes. Okay, I remember my idea about how we want to go to Disney with all of our friends.
Yeah.
Okay, so my birthday is in July.
Your birthday's in July.
We really don't have any money, but in that time period, tickets are 50% off for Florida residents, and sites are 30% off for Florida residents. So we book a campground site, we pay for it, and we stay with Trace and Bex. And we book.
We're inviting ourselves.
No, hear me out. Hear me out. It gets better.
Yeah.
We book. We book everything, but everybody pays for themselves. So we get a really good deal. And we go have like the best food, and
who else is coming?
Well, that's the thing. Whoever wants. Maybe Trace and Bex have room for more people. Maybe Art and Michelle are next door with Art's dog hanging out and Michelle's squishy little tushy in the window. I don't know what's going to happen. Maybe Charlie will bring his dome down. Maybe John and Donna will have shades of green. Maybe Christina and Brent will bring our van over and adjust us all. You don't know what could happen.
Tom Milmore can come because he knows what it's like. He can stay next to us because he knows what it's like to have some neighbors that kind of are not so great. He had a tour of his neighbor's place today. It was just pile high with crap. And I'm like, oh, this. I said, my comment on it was yikes. And then I'm thinking, well, what if he was just saying it to his neighbor's house and it was actually his house?
I feel sad for them. That's all I'm saying.
All right, we got to get back to some comments because we're behind. If you get easily offended, don't read my Facebook profile. Something. I can't read those little caricatures. Looks like a ghost.
Haha.
She wants to haunt some asses. Kids nowadays hold a rectangle phone, not the two fingers.
Yeah.
Like this?
Do they go like this? Yeah, they must. I think I probably do that.
They don't have a clue. And then did you have a party line? I didn't, but I know people that did back in the day. Or listening in on your siblings while they talk to their significant others. Yeah, I think everybody's done that or something.
I used to listen in on...
You used to have to turn the phone over and undo the talking part and take it out, and then you could listen, and they had no idea. I
used to listen in on my mom talking to people or my grandparents talking. Yeah. My mom talking to my grandparents was the biggest one. I would always listen to those.
Courtney had a phone in the 90s that changed her voice, and she pranked half the folks on the local phone.
Oh my God.
Nothing better than a prank call. They were so much fun to do.
You know what the coolest thing growing up for us was in small towns like Asona and Berkeley.
Yeah,
you could just dial 4 numbers.
Right. Yeah,
and get somebody else's house, and it was like when we had to add 3 numbers in front of that, we were like, oh. And then it was you had to add 6 number, or then you had to add a 1. And then it was like, oh, then you had to add the area code.
I have an embarrassment.
And then 1 plus the area code and no area code. And too many numbers.
Because at one point, all of Massachusetts was 617. And then they split it to 508 and all this stuff. And then 781 came, or 718. Is it
781, then 718 is New York, I think.
Yeah.
Now we have 339, 413.
So I still, when I dial a cell phone, when I'm dialing my cell phone.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have to dial a 1 or not. I always dial the 1. I don't think I have to.
We don't usually enter numbers though. Most everything's programmed. I save everything.
So Tom says an album mean collections of songs, photos, or nuts. A collection, like a bukkake, like a
Is
collection
that
of
what I'm
nuts.
supposed to call his ball sack? An
An
album?
album.
Oh, look at your
Look
album.
at my
honey.
album.
Do you want me to rub your yam cream on your album tonight?
Tracy says, "Oh, I bet the conversations with your grandparents were wonderful." Not.
Oh my God, my conversations with my grandparents were hilarious.
Now we don't dial numbers, and Tracy says you don't have to dial one. I didn't think you did. I still do. That's how they know I'm old.
I just realized I think my grandparents had different political views.
Oh.
That's interesting.
Doug and Art is here. Art, we were just talking about you. I'm showing my age. Yes, I am. I am old ass, and I am too old for this podcast.
Shout out to Art of the Roaming Royals, and he is the monster dong I was just speaking of. Yes, that's right. Art has a dong that I am now terrified of. He's going to have to sit at the opposite side of the room.
And Tommy Boy is on tonight too. So you have Goonies back with Tommy Boy.
And I talked about your wife's juicy hiney.
I've never seen Tommy Boy, but I hear good things.
I need to see that. It's been on my list for a long time, but I can never stay awake.
Art, nice to meet you. I've heard about your dong.
Oh my God, can
there
we?
You go, Art.
Your Art
all
your
over the country.
Is an international
all over
success.
The country.
You need to make a page, artsdong.com. Okay, I will refer people there.
If you need to check that URL, because if that URL is still available,
you should get it.
You got to grab that.
Market. We'll market your dong as like a dildo, and we'll sell it. We'll sell it for a cut.
Oh, I forgot to send dicks. You don't need to send them every day. You've sent them once. You made your point.
Really, I don't want to have nightmares. I think I have one already. I'm not really sure.
You are broken, Doug. You have to see. Oh, there's a lot of movies that I've never seen that I really should see. Fast Times at Ridgemont High, E.T. I've never seen. There's several that I have not seen.
I had a really fucking weird dream.
Uh-oh.
When you hear this,
honestly, that sounds classy.
When you hear this, it's gonna fucking. I totally
.com.
forgot about this until right now.
Okay.
I had the most fucked up dream ever.
Oh, she has fucked up dreams.
You guys will not understand the full gravity of this dream, but Doug is going to fucking lose his mind.
All right.
I had a dream. I forget which night it was. I think it was like the night I saw Ard's dick for the first time, or whatever the fuck it was. And we had been talking about some friends of ours.
Okay.
And the two stories got
melded into the dream machine.
My mind, and I was on a boat surrounded by all the men I know with monster dogs, and they've all got them whipped out. If you knew that story,
well,
can't tell you.
Did you wake up like rowing away from the boat or something? Like what was like? You just
I just woke up. I mean, what are you doing? You're surrounded by monster dogs.
I don't know. I've never been in that position. I would not put myself in that position.
Wouldn't you wake up in a cold sweat?
Monster dogs chasing me? Like, are they chasing me? Or are they
like
just...
a bunch of dudes, and they got their monster dongs out, and they're all like half mast. Because most monster dongs don't get much further than half mast. It's too much. You would die. It's too much. Think about how much blood rushes to your dick, and you have like a big one, but not like monster. Like that. Imagine if your dick was like 5 times the size. Oh my God, no, you would die. I don't want you to die.
If it was 5 times the size, it'd be my leg.
I love you just the way you are.
So we have comments. I'm not sure where we left out. Oh, so Tracy's, oh my God, I've never seen that movie. Art is laughing. I tried to buy a kit too big. I don't know what that means.
Make a Clone-A-Willy kit. I've been asking you to make me one for years.
Courtney has, I think those are eyeballs or flat fried egg titties. I don't know which one. Dude, Fast Times is epic. Although we did see that McConaughey one. What was the McConaughey one?
Fast Times.
No. Dazed and Confused. We finally saw that recently. It was kind of but we love McConaughey. Michelle had never seen it either. I wake up in a night sweat too, but not out of fear because she loves the monster dogs. She's like 4 foot nothing, loves the monster dong.
She's into chicks, wants to be a swinger, and she loves monster dongs. You guys should be friends. His wife is lovely. Although her husband does not want to be swingers, and they have 6 children. This is all public information that she has shared on the podcast. Here at the Cape Coral 500.
Indy 500.
What do you mean? We don't live in Indy. We live in Cape Coral.
It's called IndyCar racing.
Yeah, so
or NASCAR racing. It could be one of the other.
Cape Coral 500, the Daytona 500, Cape Coral 500.
Cape Coral 500.
Copyright.
Welcome to the.
Oh my God.
Cape Coral 500. I'm. Walt Brennan. Oh, okay. So Arts likes Courtney. That pretty much sums it up. Okay, that's a good one.
It's nobody can.
Oh, with the name.
Yeah, what's that?
It's probably the cat. There's 2 cats that live here now.
Oh,
I don't know. One's big.
there's a fight over the neighborhood cats.
Yeah.
And sometimes the neighbor gets a bunny in her garage.
Oh,
There's something over there. Doesn't sound like an owl.
well,
We've seen some baby owls.
Just so you know,
Madonna.
it's Florida. There could be anything just inches from us, ready to kill us and eat us live on a
might even
podcast.
kill each other. Could happen. I bet there's Vegas odds on that one.
What, on us killing each other? Oh, there should be.
I want to get so popular as a podcast that there's
Vegas odds on like
whether or not
what you're gonna say.
We get divorced, what I'm gonna say, if one of us who's gonna die first, if we kill each other.
Well, the kids had a bet who's gonna die first.
Between you and my ex-husband.
And everybody picked me.
Yeah, the problem with that one is I really want to find out, but I don't want to find out, depending on how it goes.
Well, I would say that I might pick me only because I now live in Florida, and there are no rules here, folks. There's just no rules.
There's no rules here.
There's no rules about anything.
You can't have wind chimes.
You don't need your car inspected. You can carry a gun willy-nilly without a license or whatever.
Hold up.
You can.
Hood Real Estate Group has joined.
What's up, Pudding?
Does that mean you sell properties in the hood? If so, we're interested.
Oh, that would be a great niche market.
It would be. Hey, I don't know if you're still there, but when you watch us on Instagram, unfortunately, Instagram kind of sucks. They are going to shut us off in about 23 minutes. They just cut us off. We can't pull you up on screen or share your information unless you are there on Facebook or YouTube. Same is true for you folks over on Twitter. You got to join us on Facebook or preferably YouTube at Marital8. In any case, we love to help our friends out. So if you have something you want to promote, just let us know.
So Art has some sort of face. I don't know what that, because the faces are too small. I can't even see. It's me. It's a me thing. Especially mosquitoes. Mosquitoes will kill you all day long with their dengue fever. And Tracy has a bunny in her garage, but can't find him. The neighbor saw it, and I want a pet bunny. You know what happened to the bunny? There's probably a big old snake in that garage that ate the bunny. It's called the Circle of Life. Simba, deal with it.
I just thought of a segment I want to start doing.
It's a segment on the podcast.
Yeah, a segment where we do like people send us a product or like they tell us about their business or whatever, and we review it and like we like give them an honest review, and it's like free advertising for them, but it's almost like Shark Tank.
Yeah, doesn't sound.
What do you mean it doesn't sound what?
We do have rattlesnakes. We have rattlesnakes up and down the East Coast.
Doesn't sound what?
It doesn't sound like we'll give an honest review live on air, and I don't think people are going to want that. They're going to want to,
But that's the whole point. Are you confident enough in your business that you would let us review you live on air?
That could be its own channel.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
They chew up my husband, but not me. That's the same with us. She gets attacked by every bug, and of course has Lyme disease. So that was bitten by a bug. Or
they love me in Portuguese.
Mosquitoes love me, and they're right out of hell. Although you know what, like me a lot is the no-see-ums down here in Florida.
No-see-ums like everyone.
How far north do no-see-ums go?
But dolphins love me.
Dolphins apparently love you. Yes. Not in the way you wanted it. You're a dolphin loving.
No, I saw the penis recently. I can't do it. I'm willing to fist a female dolphin though.
In the blowhole?
If she wants it in the blowhole, I'll do it. But I need some sort of animal communicator to translate. Although I feel like I have a really good connection with them now.
You look like you're using shake weights or you're Suzanne Summers.
I should, because I think it would help my titties be perkier. And I have this jiggle in my arm, but my doctor says fat doesn't jiggle. She says that this is water.
You're like a camel. Mosquitoes love me, and they're right out of hell. What blood type are you?
Universal donor.
I don't think we want to be giving out like private information like that.
I want to see if
that's HIPAA law. Tracy, I'll get you in trouble. That's a HIPAA law. You're asking us to violate a HIPAA.
She's a private citizen, and she's my friend. And you've said a million times she's family. She needs to know these things. Put me to sleep.
No CMs are
DNR. 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 DNR.
I've actually
DNR.
asked, and she's
no
an
one
A
wants my
plus.
organs. Although I want to get tested to see if I can help Melissa.
She's an A plus. You are an A plus. You're a solid.
That's a special
a solid
kind of
A.
My mom's A negative.
A plus. I have no idea what blood type I am. I've actually asked, and I never found it. Courtney remembers the
I
shake
have it
weights.
somewhere,
Dudes
your blood
always
type.
look like they were jerking off. Yeah, that was the problem with the shake weights. Ladies look like they were kind of doing the ski handlebars or whatever. What was
the shake weights?
Yeah, what did they call that?
There was the gazelle.
There was
shake weights.
There was the two-handed.
It was just the shake weight. Was the two-handed one.
Yeah, but they could. There's when I think when you do this, it's downhill skiing. I don't know what it is when you do it up like that.
I don't know either. But you have to be careful how you shake weight. It can look pornographic. I don't think you.
I think it always looks so pornographic.
I don't think you want to be that kind of girl. I am that kind
Tracy's
of girl.
a universal platelet donor, and I got your back with the DNR.
Thank you.
Donald Trump dances like he's jerking two dudes at once. He kind of
true.
dances like Elaine from Seinfeld.
I think it's a combination of the two, and I'm here for it. I am here for it, especially the way he danced on Saturday Night Live when he did the
that techno thing.
Yeah. Oh my god, it was so fucking funny. Do you guys remember that when he was on? It was like something on I got you on the cell phone. It was Hotline Bling.
I got you on the
Hotline Bling, which I thought it was the stupidest song until fucking Trump did it. Yeah. And every time I heard it, I would just fucking bust a gut laughing.
Do you think that Donald Trump has ever jerked off to two dudes at once?
Yeah, of course. He's in the Illuminati. Or they kicked him out, or he never got invited. I don't think he ever got invited to the Illuminati.
I don't know.
They're like, you're too needy for fame. I think when you're
needy, couldn't come up with the money to get it.
If you're needy, people ignore you. You have to ignore people instead of being needy. I'm so needy. I'm sad. If you're needy, we can be friends.
Why can't we be friends?
I'm also like a cat. I'm like a cat that wants that forgets that I have people, and I just kind of wander off, and then I show up one day like nothing happened.
Like you belong at this new house.
I have trauma. It ends in cat-like ways, straight cat ways. I'm like a feral cat on crack.
Feral cat on crack. My wife is a feral cat on crack.
Yes.
That sounds like you're
not the first person to say that.
Huh?
You're not the first man to say that.
A feral cat on crack?
No, I mean, I think men say that about their wives, like the good wives. That's what they describe them as. My wife is like a feral cat on crack. If you have a good wife, you have described her at least once as a feral cat on crack.
I don't know that a lot of people refer to their wives as feral cats on crack. Don't know.
I think a lot do. We're going to have to take a poll.
All right. Well, that's what Tracy says tonight's podcast quote is a feral cat on crack.
I just got super nauseous.
Courtney's husband says I'm feral. Does your husband have a name? I'm going to guess Bob. Well, can we just call him Bob Renee?
No,
Richie?
You're Bob Gear.
Oh, I am Bob Gear from
we provided lunch.
We did. Thank you, Bob. Thank you. I'm going to just go with it. And I'm also from Ducky.
I'm super excited because tomorrow I have the midweek tune-up at the Center for Spiritual Living. I absolutely love it. It's such a good time.
A feral animal, to be exact. That's his term. It's more than you think, Doug, and it can be a compliment, especially if you like to smoke crack and you're a cat person. Very good point by SB. Because there's some, as my friend used to say, female hyenas are attractive to male hyenas, but not to any other species.
Are you?
I said his name was Robert. I'm gonna call him Bob Renee.
Are you
Richie.
Attracted to hyenas?
No.
Have you ever been attracted to a hyena?
What
about women who sound like hyenas?
I will say, well, I like me a loud woman in the bedroom. All right, so let me just say something here.
What?
I've told the story before. My friend grew up in the South in Louisiana, and I asked him one time. I think it was around the Michael Vick thing or whatever. I'm like, "You ever been to a dog fight down there?" He's like, "Well, no." I asked him if he ever went to a cockfight because I was being funny, and he goes, "Oh, I've been to a dog fight." And I'm like, "Really?" And he's like, "Yeah, it's like it's a thing down in the South, whatever." And so what happened is my friend Bill's friend had procured himself a hyena to take to fight in these dog fights, and apparently the hyena could like take on 3-4 pit bulls at a time. And it's not funny. I know it's not funny, but
you're gonna get in trouble with PETA.
The thing that I think is funny.
Trouble with PETA over feeding the neighbor's dog an alligator.
Okay, here's the thing. So a guy brought a hyena to a dog fight. That I find humor in that. I don't find humor in dog fighting. Let's be straight with that. But I also find humor in the fact that I'm one guy away. Like I know a guy who knows a guy that can get me a hyena. Like it's just bizarre, this life that we're in. And Art says you say it like it's a bad thing.
My eyes are burning. Is there any possible way you could get me a washcloth and cold water?
We're on the air.
I know.
We're on the air. We're gonna have to go off the air if you want to.
I just
cloth.
need a washcloth with some cold water. I need not a washcloth, but paper towel. I'm so sorry.
Don't be sorry.
You guys have no idea. Doug has been taking care of me for 10.5 years. I got diagnosed with end-stage neurological Lyme, whatever the fuck it is. And I haven't been able to work or do anything. And at one point, he had to like feed me and bathe me. The only part that got clean was like my tits and my puss, but my ass got really clean. But he does everything around here, and pretty much all I do is the podcast, and sometimes I drive my Jeep and drive my husband insane just about every day. In any case, we're really glad that you guys are here. Thank you so much for supporting our podcast. We would be absolutely nowhere without you. If you could like, share, swallow. Well, if you want to swallow, give us a call. You can like, share, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your enemies.
Could even scribe.
Tell your priest or an exorcist what you think about our little adventure time here, because we're trying to. It was a hobby, but now we're realizing that we need to have money to pay bills, so we're trying to make it a thing, and we'd like to eventually make it a thing that we can use to help people.
Did we read Sean's thing about spreading rubber on things? Did we read this?
No,
I'm spreading rubber on some molds and making, so I can't comment as much as I would like, but I do have the materials to make a custom dong mold for the guy with the huge wanger.
Oh my god!
And also, I was wondering about what was the backstory about Doug's album and how did it come to fruition. Can we take these one at a time, because I think
let's just get over the dick thing, because I want you to talk about your album at length. Okay, so my friend Art is a nudist, and I have requested many times for everyone who watches this podcast and their friends to send me pictures of their naked parts. Unfortunately, until recently, I didn't have any until my friend Art, who is a nudist, and his lovely wife, Michelle, sent me pictures of themselves. Michelle had recently been on the podcast and flashed her tits, so you may have seen them. In any case, they are the Roaming Royals, and they are nudists, and they are RVers, and they are incredible people who we just love. In the photograph that Art sent me, I realized that my friend has what we like to call a monster dong, and I am terrified of monster dongs. And if I were to have guessed that a man in my racist mind that thinks that you have to either be Swedish, like ultra white, or like Haitian, ultra black, and you have it's the white black dick curve spectrum, the bigger, the more of the opposite.
We covered on one of the earlier episodes, folks.
We've covered it.
There's a whole spreadsheet table thing. It was
in any case, he's not one you would expect that of, but in fact, the man has a third fucking leg. Those burrowing owls are also afraid of Art's dong. So now you know. So we were thinking that he could sell Art's monster dong, market it as a whole thing. We would sell it for him and take a little cut. You could get a cut too if you made the mold. The only problem is he would have to bring that monster dong in your house, and I don't know if that's safe. Is that the question?
Well, it looks like you need a special custom mold for a dong that big or something.
That's what, and Sean's saying he can make
Okay,
one.
all right. Well, Sean can help you out.
Tracy's laughing her ass off. And Art says, we love you and miss you. And then Courtney says he's a good man and you are beautiful. So it works out. I am a bitch, but I am beautiful sometimes. So the backstory of
my album, I've been a musician since I was 14. I was playing in clubs and 14 years old. And then I was in a band. We released a record. And then I was not in a band. I raised my kids, all this stuff. So a couple years ago, on my MacBook, I was fooling around with GarageBand, and I put something together, and I'm like, oh, this is kind of good. And I had all these ideas for songs from over like 20 years worth of like ideas for songs, whatever. And so as soon as I did that first one, which was the last song in the album, which is Hard Luck Town, a song about my hometown of my adopted hometown of Worcester, I'm like, maybe I can string a few of these together and make an album. And that's where the idea came from. And so I just went to town with the GarageBand. You can program drums, you can use synthesizers, there's pianos in there, there's horns. So really it was me, an acoustic guitar, electric guitar, an acoustic bass, a microphone and some headphones, some studio headphones. And I just took one idea and like I would just sit down like, oh, I'm going to work on a song. Well, which idea do I want to flush out? Right? Is it this? Is that? Whatever.
What happened in between?
Oh, my wife nagged me quite a bit.
How much?
Well, like a lot.
Were there any shouting matches, perhaps?
Go work on your fucking album. Get on my goddamn face.
I'm such a
yeah. I think there was some goddamn face in there. Yeah.
I'm just a weird. Oh no, I'm not gonna hide the current.
So, anyways, that's the backstory of it, and then just been working on it, and like some of the songs I've written, like just sort of out of nowhere. Perfectville was like out of nowhere. I just had this idea about it. It originally started as a song called Plasticville because people are being fake online and like portraying themselves in this plastic way, but it turned into Perfectville because it started to change where like everybody started to want to be around people that agreed with them. So that was sort of where that song came. So it's weird how the creative process works, but that's where it came from. I put out the album and now I'm promoting it and I've been sending it off. Actually, I sent it to one place today to get reviewed in a newspaper.
That's awesome.
I'm crossing my fingers.
And then there's a radio station that we're talking about.
There's another radio station that somebody hooked me up with in Tampa. Things like that. So I'm just trying to get the word out. So if you can spread it to as many people as you can.
Share, stream, just put it on your fucking Spotify, like on a loop, and like go for a walk with your dog. Or if you have a dog, leave it on for your dog. They would like it a lot.
All right, let's catch up.
You'll come home and find them dancing in the living room, but
or they've punctured their eardrums because it's terrible.
Well, they need some exercise. They won't have. Don't even manifest.
Well, that was the other part.
When you change the way you look at
but
things.
Here's the thing. So when you're working in a vacuum and nobody's heard the song and you're like kind of done with it and you think it's good, it is absolutely terrifying to play it for someone because you're like,
I'm sure it is
completely.
But
suck.
You need to believe in yourself.
Okay.
The number one struggle you face as a musician and a person is believing in yourself, and you need to manifest the things you want, like fucking swimming with dolphins.
So Courtney says she talks about his dong like it's a weapon.
Yes, it is a weapon. It's inherently a weapon. It's a gun is a weapon. A sword is a weapon. It's a weapon. He has a weapon in his hands. Beat you in the
face with it.
Yeah, you don't want to get dick slapped by that guy.
Get a mushroom
or
bruise.
Maybe you do.
Do you ever get a mushroom bruise, Renee? Courtney Renee? Because that would be.
The woman has 6 children, Doug. Okay, hang on. Liquid Mags is over on Instagram.
What's up, Licky?
Liquid Mags.
Licky
we
Mag.
are about to get cut off on Instagram. They cut us off after about an hour. Come to YouTube or Facebook. It's at Marital Hate. I think YouTube is a better place to come, but you do you.
Okay. So Sean says it would be very expensive. The materials are about $600 for a 5-gallon bucket. And of course, I can give a tutorial on YouTube on how he can mold his own dong. But for him to fly out by himself would be a $3,500 minimum.
No, you
not
don't
including
understand.
touching the dong.
You don't understand. They live in their RV full time.
Oh, they can come to you.
They will literally come to you. They'll park in your driveway.
I mean, how big is your dong that you need a 5-gallon bucket to mold it?
Do you want me to show you the picture?
No, I really don't want to see the picture.
He needs a 5-gallon bucket.
Hang on, I got to catch up with these comments. Were you adopted, Doug? If you don't mind me asking, I do mind you asking. You goddamn bitch. No, I am not adopted. Slides in.
You would think he was because of the
say
way
hi
his
to Michelle. Everybody says hi, Michelle, and then hi. So happy to face to the cute tushy image Doug and Stacy have put in my head. Well, that's nice. And then I had a few bruises for making those 6 children. But did you ever get one on your forehead, like bap, a mushroom bruise?
Everyone has. Haven't you gotten one?
No, I never had a mushroom.
You have 2 older brothers. You never got a mushroom tattoo? Oh my God, you love to whack me in the forehead with your dick. It's one of your favorite hobbies.
One of my things I do every weekend.
If I sit in the recliner like this, you come over and you whack me in the head with your dick or put your balls on my head.
Yeah, why not? So SB says it's super inspiring. Been meaning to get to work on my album for many years. So maybe your hard work will be a motivation. That would be fantastic.
Dude, Sean,
and don't forget to promote on college radio. There's an account on Insta. Oh, I'll have to do that. Yeah, I have a couple things written down.
I actually have something I need to say to
and
SB.
Michelle says it's big.
I have something to say to SB.
And I'm on Brews at least when I can see it. Thanks for checking.
What is it called? His thing that he said?
Hmm?
Promote on college. What is it called?
No, it's college radio. It goes promote on college radio. There's an account on Insta, so I'll have to look it up. So Tracy says not everyone has had a mushroom bruise.
Can I please say my thing?
Sure.
Yes, it's true. Not everyone has had a mushroom bruise. Sean, I would ask you if you have ever had a mushroom tattoo, but also I would like to tell you we keep meaning to be with you on Saturday night, and we've either been so exhausted or completely forgot. And we had one night we were torn between you and Larry the pool guy, who I now call Larry
right.
the cool guy, calling him Larry the cool guy.
He is the cool guy.
Because he keeps switching jobs. I can't keep up.
Yeah.
And it's not nice to call somebody by their job. That's stupid. What are we, like Stacy and Doug, the fucking idiots who sit by the pool? Like, that's not a good way to call someone. So in any case, we're Stacy and Doug the cool guys.
Yeah, so we have so many things going on Saturday nights that we can't watch.
Well, it's not even that we can't. It's just partially that we've forgotten. We've had one thing after another, but we want to. And invariably at 9:30 every Saturday night, I'm like, fuck. And the same thing is true with our pal Larry.
Yeah, we have to make folks our priority.
It's
all about us, folks.
How many people have we needed to get together with since we got down here?
Yeah, a lot.
2.5 years we've been trying to get together with certain people for dinner, and we just haven't been able to do it because with my illness, I'm so unreliable, and I haven't had a lot of good days. And I've been able to plan for church, and if I plan for something most of the time, I can make it. Like, I feel like I could do something on a Saturday. Not a Saturday, like a Friday afternoon. Yeah. We usually do something on a Friday afternoon.
Although the place where Larry does his bartending in the morning, they have like this like killer looking brunch they have this they have it in this cafe that's like kind of retro, like 50s kind of thing.
On the menu I can eat.
I'm sure we could get you something. You can get 2 eggs over easy.
It sucks so bad because I'm such a foodie. I have to have gluten-free now. I should avoid seed oils, but I can't have any peanut products at all, and I can't have any gluten at all. So it's fucking rough. Like, and I can't have like even something that's non-gluten if it's been prepared in a gluten area. Like, it's a big vicinity. Deal. It's a big deal. But I can basically, like, if I eat gluten, take the L-glutamine, which is not like to be like, oh, eat gluten, just like I can if I do. And obviously in a perfect world, I would wait 6 months of, keeping it out of my diet. And then I could occasionally have it, but like
a treat.
I have to be very, very careful. So our doctor today, our goal was for us to be able to go to Disney World, which means Doug's healthy enough to do the walking. Doug's got to
make some money.
We got to have money coming in. And I want to have friends there with us. And I really want to do this dinner on the Savannah thing, but that would be super expensive. And but I want to, and so it is. And then the other thing is that I want to go with all of our friends, and I want me to be healthy enough to do the walking and drag everyone from ride to ride to ride to ride to ride to ride to ride until you all murder me.
35 miles in 1 week. I walked 35 miles.
It's too bad you don't have your ugly shoes. He bought hookahs and he hates them so much that he was going to paint the Adidas logo on them, but he never did.
I still want to do that. Yeah, I got to do that.
We tried to just find you an Adidas patch online, but they couldn't find one.
No, I don't think they have that.
Does anybody have any sort of fabric printing apparatus?
Well, just take that. With the art school, goddammit, I can figure this out.
We do have art supplies, and we have a friend named Art.
And we have a guy that can mold anybody's dick in a 5-gallon bucket.
I don't think everybody's dick will like even make an impression in a 5-pound bucket. Some people have innies. You have been blessed with the perfect cock. Not everybody has. Thank you for being just right.
I'll just, you know what?
Thank you for.
You stopped. Right. Apparently, you stopped at the right cock in life.
Yes. There was a time when I didn't know about you, and we had to break up in the IKEA parking lot.
Well, you knew about my cock. Was the
But I
problem.
knew about your cock. And for an entire week of being broken up, we slept together.
A little bit, yeah.
A whole week we were broken up. Now my husband will never go to IKEA again.
Fuck that place. It sucks. I won't even go there to get a 5-gallon bucket to put my dick mold in. That's how much I don't like.
What if it was $1?
$1? No, I'm still not going.
You can get one from Firehouse Subs for $3.
Oh, Subs?
No, dude, they sell their buckets for $3.
A 5-gallon bucket?
Yeah.
I buy a bucket for $3. I don't have a bucket.
I think that they're like
Used to have a bucket.
$5 or even $9 at Home Depot now. They're crazy.
We are now officially off Instagram.
Oh,
so
fuck you, Instagram.
oh, so they suck. All right. So anyway.
Fuck you, Instagram. Okay, I hear all these comments. What are all these comments?
I think we left off at
I'm Bruce. Thanks for checking. What else were the comments beneath that?
Not everyone. Stacy has an amazing tushy. I like how we can talk about your monster dong art, but we have to start using preschool analogies for
My
the
big juicy ass.
Yeah.
I
had rug burn on my forehead.
Don't you feel like my ass is getting flat spots though?
I want to talk about it publicly.
Oh,
I don't observe these things. I don't agree with you, but I don't think you need to talk about the condition of your ass on your podcast.
We already talked about my asshole. Like at this point, it seems ridiculous to not talk about my cellulite.
And Courtney has a big ass
Can
forehead.
I ask a question? So we went to the doctor today. We haven't talked about that yet, but
Yes.
we went to the doctor today, and when we were there, she said fat doesn't jiggle.
Right.
So does that mean I don't have fat on my thighs? Do my thighs jiggle?
No, not like the other stuff she was showing. There's like excess fluid, and I don't know how.
She literally jiggled my fat.
I do not know how much water content is in fat or not. I don't know.
Well, they used to sell
Or is
a
it
thing.
not?
You could literally buy a thing that felt like a clump of fat.
Yeah.
It's like on a steak almost.
Fat on a steak.
Yeah, but you know how like some fat, like the more it is, the more dense it is. And the outside is like looser.
Yep.
That's literally what.
Didn't Oprah like bring out like a wagon full of fat?
Yes, she did. Yes, she.
I just as that came out of my mouth, I'm thinking that is like just sounds too crazy to be true. Oprah and a wagon of fat.
Fat.
Pulling a wagon of fat, but
Wait,
that happened, folks.
Could you make a song about Oprah's fat bucket?
Oh, look at that! She did. Look at we're gonna.
Oh yeah.
Can we pull this up on screen?
Could you make an image?
I want that on a shirt. Yeah, would she sue me if I made a shirt out? Probably.
Well, I don't know, but let me ask you this question: If
I were a carpenter and you were my lady, I'd marry you anyway. You could have my baby.
Would you be willing to be Oprah's boyfriend, her Stedman?
Yeah.
You would have access to all that money and all that connections. However, she kept her bucket of fat as a pet, which I'm sure she does. And you have to carry it around in a wagon everywhere you go.
Wagon of fat. I would write a song called Wagon of Fat. I might still do that.
Write a song.
Wagon of fat, wagon of fat.
You should totally do that.
And
oh my
wagon
God.
of fat. She's rolling around.
Wagon of fat. Oh my God.
Pound for pound. She's rolling
Dude,
around.
if you wrote a wagon of fat song about Oprah, it would fucking go viral in 5 minutes.
I think I need to do that.
We would be so famous.
Pretty damn funny.
We would be famous by the end of the day. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that we do that I think is so fucking funny, and then it doesn't pop off at all. So
I don't know. Does anybody think that Oprah and her wagon of fat would make a good song? And like you just flash that image while you say wagon of fat, wagon of fat. I think it'd be hysterical.
Let me ask you guys a question. Do you want to listen to a song about Oprah's wagon of fat?
Wagon of fat.
And also, could you please tell us what we're doing well and what we suck at? Because we're trying to make this podcast into something, and we eventually need to make some money so we can pay some bills so we don't have to live in a van down by the river, although I really want to. I want to live in an
Tracy says that is kind of hilarious.
Yeah. Everything I say is hilarious.
And now Michelle says, now Michelle is the buzzkill. Sorry, my friends, I'm not feeling the funny on that. It's hysterical. Wagon of fat. I'm sorry. wagon of fat is hysterical.
Listen, I think it's great that she lost all
She-
the weight.
yeah, of course.
But I also can't stand her. And also, why do you have to bring an entire wagon of fat out on television? Like, that's just crazy. Like, I will be so proud of her for losing that weight. But I also, like, now she's promoting Ozempic. Like,
I just Carney Wilson dragging out a wagon of fat. You don't see Adele dragging a wagon of fat. They just lose their weight like a man and come out there all skinny. Like Al Roker. Al Roker didn't come out with his wagon of fat.
Here's the thing. Well, he would have done it if Oprah hadn't already.
I am so happy that these people are feeling better about themselves, whatever.
But they're in a competition to be the biggest idiot or fame people. And so are we, by the way, unfortunately. But I will say this. We are not vengeful people. We're not hateful people.
Speak for yourself.
We try to forgive. He's right. I am not. But we try we try really hard to forgive people. And in order to forgive people who are not sorry or that are unwilling to communicate, sometimes it means that we have to process it. And the way we process our feelings is through humor. Sometimes it's inappropriate because we're not normal. I'm not sane. No. I can't speak for my husband.
I'm not.
But this is probably the realest podcast you could ever watch, which I thought was the good thing about this podcast. I thought people would see it and be like, oh my God, these people are so real. I thought maybe there would be some other crazy people out there that would be like, oh, they're just like us. But only 43 of us so far. Shouldn't it be like 43 million? Don't you guys feel like there's 43 million out there, like all of us? There's gotta be. Do you have a million friends each? If you have a million friends and you have, or even if everybody just,
who has a million friends? Oprah.
If everyone told 2 people, could you guys do that for us? That would make us so happy.
If everybody told 2 people, there's 41 people.
We're trying so hard. So we got so far.
And Tracy says there's got to be more like that. There is. I mean, look at the Cards Against Humanity. How many people thought that was hysterical because it was so wrong. Like children's tears and whatever.
You know, I've noticed nobody ever shares our posts. Guys, can you share things, please? That would be helpful. Although they
shared my album post.
Some people shared your album. Thank you so much for sharing Doug's album.
And thank you, SB, for asking about that. That was nice. I hope you dig it. Give it a spin. Oh, and that was the other thing. So Tracy says she loves Cards Against Humanity. So we got to a point where Cards Against Humanity didn't go far enough. So then we got the cards that you could write your own. And then we did that. And so now with the Jackbox that we play.
Actually, we're going to play Jackbox on Friday night.
Jackbox.
Oh, and I wanted to start a new special.
A book club, like Oprah.
Well, we had a book club before, and I think we should get back to that because I think that was fun for some people, but we could make it a smaller section.
We should read children's books because maybe we could have like the first half of the show be like for children.
Education?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that would be
children
so cool.
Hate.
Because that's how James prepared for Jeopardy. So we could get children's books, like educational children's books, and do this on the podcast. We wanted to do Boy Scouts too.
We were gonna do our whole thing. Stacy says she's out on the book club, and she says they have a Harry Potter version of Cards Against Humanity. Yeah, I shouldn't have brought up the book club. I don't think the book club is good entertainment. Like we want yucks.
Yeah, but we could do it like real quick. Like 1 minute or less.
What was a funny book? Like a joke book. I could read out of my dad book joke.
You would book a dad book joke book. It's bad enough I have to listen to your dad book jokes. My ears have like AIDS in them or something.
My wife's ears have AIDS. Wasn't that a show, a mini series on TV? The ears have AIDS. Not the hills have eyes. The ears have AIDS.
We have things we're supposed to talk about, and I don't know where we are on the comments, but
we're caught up.
Doctor's appointment.
We go. It's a chiropractor
Wallace.
that uses an electrical current to see how your body reacts to certain things in certain areas, and that's what we do. What do you have to say about that? The wheels are turning. The hamster.
I just was thinking about how Christina and Kelly know each other, and I think they might eventually work with each other. So my friend is a chiropractor, and this one is a chiropractor here. She's very nice. They use the same style of adjustment, or use the same style of chiropractic where they use the pro adjuster. I actually wish I had asked Kelly for an adjustment today while I was there.
That would have been good. That would have been good.
I'm
But we had a lot of
stupid.
stuff to cover. It's all good.
I can't believe I didn't ask her to adjust me. Do not let me forget that next time.
Courtney's back. Her phone was forced into an update.
Oh, girl, I'm so sorry. So you go in, she does the thing where she pushes on you. Doug had to put his leg up in the air. He thought he was going to have to put it on his balls.
Yeah, you never knew.
But he's fine with his balls. We made a lot of jokes about Doug's balls.
At my expense.
Everyone touched him on the penis. It was fun. And the assistant there is hilarious, and Kelly is hilarious. And she always explains everything, which I really appreciate. But we're like undoing layers and layers of stuff. So the first time we went in, we both had issues in, God, I think mine was in my liver. And so I think it's like,
I forgot what my first thing was.
Parasites.
Oh yeah. I had kidney parasites apparently.
And so
I've taken it, and now it appears to be,
and now clear. She's working on the long COVID that we both have.
Well, long COVID. We never actually were designated with COVID because we never took a test.
That's true, but we were very possible. Sick. After the hurricane, we went to stay in a hotel in Lauderdale.
Blew something over here from.
We should have just cleaned that room when we got. Imagine we just cleaned that room when we got there, because we hadn't been near anyone.
But you're not a germaphobe.
I'm not a germaphobe, but we did get sick. Like it was.
Yeah, but
when you stay in a hotel,
I think I got sick because I was so
dirty.
Stressed out about that stupid storm.
Well, probably. But the problem is that hotels are just dirty places.
Dirty places. Actually, wasn't a bad hotel either.
It wasn't, but it wasn't great either. That's why I want a fucking RV. I want an RV so we don't get sick. Art and Michelle have one. Why can't we? Wee! I would do dirty things for a leisure travel RV. Just so you know. Doug would do dirty things.
Dirty things.
Why not?
No.
What if it was like Susanna Hoffs?
I would do dirty things for
a leisure travel RV.
Yeah, there's some dirty things I would do for some guitars.
Leisure travel RV. Leisure travel RV. I want one so bad.
Michelle says RVs are awesome. What do you have to say about that? RVs allow you to go from place to place and take your home with you, a lot like a snail.
I want one so bad. Well, you like turtles. They bring their turtle. Turtles. Why don't you want to be like a turtle? Turtle man, you sent me a good RV today.
Oh, that thing!
A Sprinter van. It had a full shower, the toilet, a bed
very
over,
cool.
Huge seating area, lots of cabinet space.
We get to meet the best people and get frisky in all sorts of places.
We do that too, but we don't really leave the house. We get frisky in the guest room and in the bedroom and the living room and in the pool. And
we talk a good game while we're out. We're like, hey. Well, we actually one time we wanted to get busy in a Burger King bathroom because it was the part of the song Humpty Dance.
Yes, but we haven't done that.
But we've never done that.
We did Drexel University.
Yeah.
Also, I feel bad about that trip. Like I didn't know what she wanted from us. It seemed like she just hated me all the time. And I didn't think she wanted us to go with her, so we just like let her go on her own.
Well, she always would do things on her own. So it was I didn't think it was a terrible trip, except for the fact that we never reset the GPS when we were going down there to avoid turn off avoid toll road. So we ended up driving through
New York City.
Hell's Kitchen.
It was insane.
Took us forever.
Jeep with the tops off. Doors open. It's like 6 hours later. Oh my God.
Long trip. That was a long trip. But I'm glad we did. We actually that day we went down to the Market Street there in Philadelphia. I didn't think I was going to like Philadelphia, but I did. I thought Philadelphia was pretty cool.
Victoria, if you were watching, I miss you so much. I miss all of my daughters so much, but tonight I'm thinking of Victoria especially.
Victoria has the best quote ever, I thought.
I miss my pants.
I miss my pants.
She didn't wear pants dresses for years. She looks amazing no matter what she wears. But
we're going to my brother's wedding, and you gotta dress up. You gotta dress up. So I don't know how it forced her into wearing a dress, but we're driving home. Oh, what everybody think of the wedding? Oh, it was good. It was good. It was good. And then you hear Tori in the back. I miss my pants. It's the greatest line. Well, it's almost as good as the other line that came in that same vehicle, the 3-row Durango. One of the other times we were in the car, we're all driving around, and a little tiny voice from way in the back in the 3rd row says, "Who in this car has AIDS?" Douglas.
It was so funny.
It was probably the funniest. Yeah, one of the funniest things. So those are 2 of the greatest quotes ever, and they all came from that same vehicle and that same bunch of kids.
The Durango was kind of a magical place until it exploded.
Until it
after it crashed into a house and into a lake.
I had to,
you people.
The girls.
That's why we can't have nice things.
Slid on the snow, and it was like facing down, like at probably about maybe a little better than a 45-degree angle. And so I went there, and the guys are pulling it out, and the cops are there and stuff like that. And it's like, can you get in and turn it in, put it in neutral and keep your foot off the brake? And I'm like, and so I have to climb into this thing. And it's like, and so I get in the thing and I look straight down and there's a lake. And he's like about 10 feet away. It's like lake. And so this was before I was anxious about driving in cars and stuff. So I get in there and you're essentially like staring straight down into a lake that's like a frozen lake in a 6,000-pound Durango.
It's crazy.
And so so anyways, they pull me out and actually the car was okay except for a dent.
If we did that picture.
I have it somewhere. Yeah,
it would be cool if we did the audio for this over that picture so people would know.
Yeah.
What is that thing on the wall over there?
That's like some sort of inchworm thing. I don't know what it is. It's like a worm. It's like a worm crawling up our stucco house. And Stacey is fascinated by it because she reminds her.
Well, do you normally have?
I don't know what the goddamn thing is.
But do you normally have worms crawling up your walls?
No, but it's Florida. Well, I'm telling you. And I told these people.
I hope the lizard eats him.
The gecko would come get him because the gecko lives right there. So
I love watching nature in action. I saw some nature in action driving on the fucking roads of Florida today. Fuck, these people are crazy. And that's coming from me. I drive like a lunatic. These people are fucking nuts.
So there were some good times in that Durango. But now we have a Jeep, and that's all good.
We think that there should be like designated times where you can drive if you have a job here or if you are vacationing or a snowbird. Like certain hours of the day are like for the locals and certain hours of the day for the tourists. So as to manage the traffic, because the traffic is just out of control.
It's still not as bad as Boston.
The drivers are crazy aggressive. Yeah, but the thing about Boston is once you get out the city, it's not that bad. Whereas in Florida, it's everywhere.
128 is horrible. The expressway is horrible. Route 3 South.
Yeah, I understand.
North of the city's even worse.
But like if you're driving around like Scituate or Norwell, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
But in Cape Coral, it's fucking insane. In Fort Myers, it's fucking insane.
I have a picture I wanted to share. Speaking of traffic.
I think you have to go out to fucking LaBelle before it's not insane.
Oh, I have it on my computer.
Even Naples is bonkers. Everglades City is the best place for traffic that I can think of. Let's go move there. I would be afraid to leave the Jeep open because we get snakes inside.
Oh, you certainly would. Okay, so speaking of our densely populated Cape, this is a photo that somebody took from an airplane on the way in last night. So this blob here that I'm circling with my cursor is Cape Coral. Here are our bridges. That's Fort Myers. And then here are our bridges. We probably live over like near this little bright light over here. I think we kind of live right in that area there. And this is all ocean over here. And this is, I don't know if that's the end of Sanibel Captiva right there, but it might be. But look at how densely populated that is. That actually kind of looks like a swan circle. Sorry, guys. Didn't see that coming.
Where do you even get that from, you weirdo?
There's this right there. Look at that.
Yeah.
I don't want to outline it because that's a terrible thing to do. Anyways, that is Cape Coral, and there's you can kind of see a lot of the canals.
You cannot unsee it.
There's a lot of you can see the canals running this way and that way. You see all these little lakes and canals, and everything's connected to the ocean. And so that's why we had water.
Planning really needs to make an apology to the Jewish community. That's fucked up.
maybe, yeah. Who knows? They did it. Anyways, I thought it was a really cool picture and kind of gave you an idea how sort of dense this area is. It doesn't feel like that dense because there are a lot of trees and a lot of open space and things like that. But this bottom half of where we live in Cape Coral is kind of like the downtown and stuff like that. So anyway, that was that. I thought that was kind of interesting.
Let's see if we have anything. Oh, you had told me about the Sanibel Orchid Society today. Can you please explain that to me?
Apparently, this Sanibel Orchid Society. I don't have much more info than that. Apparently, they grow.
Do you have to pollinate the orchids?
I don't know what they have to do.
Do you get to swap orchids with ladies? Do you get to get good deals on orchids?
It sounds fun.
I want orchids everywhere. I think they're so beautiful. Oh my God. Do you think I could have...
Could you have an orchid orchestra?
Hear me out. I want to grow so many orchids that I can put one in my hair every day. That would be so cool.
Excellent. Yeah, I don't know if you.
How cool would it be able to put an orchid in your hair every day?
Sanibel.
That's the ultimate flex right there. Or to have like a headband made of orchids.
All right, the Sanibel Orchid Society. .com. .org.
Flower lay. Can someone give me a flower lay?
It's dedicated to engaging and educating orchid lovers on our island in Lee County. We always welcome guests to our meetings. It's a $5 guest fee if you'd like to go. But encourage full-time residents, part-time residents, and short-term visitors to join. It's only $25 a year for a full year membership.
I could join the Orchid Society.
You could have the whole family join for $40. And they're finally restarting after Hurricane Ian. No fees at this time. Normal membership will begin on October of 2024. So we have some time if we want to make up our but there was a luncheon
I think we should do
December, back in December, things like that. I always like a good luncheon. I don't know why they call it a luncheon, or they just like have a special lunch, but a luncheon. Let's
start doing that. I want to join the Orchid Society.
I don't know if we're Orchid Society material.
We'll be like, hey, we have an orchid that we bought at Costco.
Oh, they would meet me. Say, oh, I'm Doug. I'm here for the Orchid Society.
Oh, Douglas. Oh. And what kind of orchids do you grow?
I don't know. Oh, you're very gold, aren't you? They would say I'm gold. Oh, you're the lady that swims with the dolphins.
I am the lady that swims with dolphins. You may not like me, but dolphins love me. If you missed that story yesterday, I talked about how I swam with dolphins yesterday. It's on the podcast.
Swam with them. Yeah, swam with them.
It's pretty fucked up.
I wanted to drive around the island and find. Apparently, there's a crocodile that lives on the 18th hole of one of the golf courses.
We were pretty close. We could have driven down there. We had time.
Yeah.
Although we were trying to.
Apparently, see him all the time.
We tried to pick up Mexican, and this time we just picked up Mexican takeout. The vegetables weren't as good, but we didn't have to tip because we were just like maybe a couple bucks at the counter. But
I did.
We just ran and grabbed it, came home, and worked on the podcast. Y'all, I hope you can see how hard we're trying to make it better for you. And I hope you can do what you can to support us. Like, share, follow, subscribe. We will definitely follow you back and support you in any way that we can. We're just trying to turn this into something that could be like a real thing.
And listen to my album on a loop over and over.
We're not about begging.
I'm not. I'm not.
We're sad.
Proud. All right. Do you have anything else?
Well, no. This is just the dream, right? Like, isn't this the dream for us? Is that we would?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Hang out with our friends, try to do a little good for the world. Hang out with each
other.
We
have great people that come to the podcast, and they come all the time. And we have a lot of people that watch like the next day and all this other stuff. And then we have a lot of people that don't watch, but support it anyway. So there you go.
Let's see. And we do appreciate the people that support the podcast. Are we all up to
date?
Yeah,
we're all up to date. Yeah.
Is that a new contact? I will listen to the album all day tomorrow as I'm driving a lot.
Oh,
where are you going, girl? My eyes are still fucking
probably
burning.
The sex toy store to get some strap-ons.
Oh my God! You did not just say that. You are offensive to lesbians.
No, I'm sure she's going to the Subaru dealership.
Oh my God! I don't know. She has
sensible.
Her wife has a Subaru and she has an F-150.
I'm kidding.
One of them's supposed to get a Jeep too. So I saw a video. It was on TikTok, and it was somebody sliding into first base, and they connected like this. They were like almost like they were scissoring.
Like the two players.
And it said these guys scissored so hard that they went out and bought a Subaru together.
He scissored with spikes too. That's hardcore. She's going for an MRI tomorrow, Tracy. So good luck with that.
You wish
hopefully that's my brother has to go for MRIs on his back and his shoulder and neck and stuff, and he can't lay flat, so it's really super painful for him.
Jesus. You got me wet. That seemed unnecessary.
I usually do. I'm drinking a new Topo Chico from with blueberry hibiscus. I'm not sure how I feel about it. It's it's flavor rich and refreshing. I'm not sure how I feel about the blueberry. I don't think blueberry goes with like blueberry shake would be good, but not like a blueberry water. So
Tracy is laughing her ass off about the scissoring. And if you laugh, maybe you jiggle a little and the scissoring is more enjoyable if you don't happen to have a butt plug with a strobe light on the bottom and at least one epileptic. Courtney says your whale blood.
No,
brother?
my grumpy brother. It's a different one.
This
one,
two brothers that are total assholes.
I wouldn't say that. They're not assholes.
He has two brothers.
They don't kick puppies.
Who haven't. You tell me, are they the asshole? Doug has two parents who died when he was very young.
Rather than deal with me.
When he was 19 and 23. He has two older brothers that he has looked up to his entire life. He just put his life's work into a record. He has practically begged them to listen to it, and they refuse to say a word of encouragement. Not, hey, good job, buddy. They are assholes or they are not are assholes. That is the question. You tell me. In any case, those of you who have supported his album or not your album or the streaming
I think everybody here is
or the podcast, we really and truly appreciate you so much. Like, you cannot even understand how much we appreciate you. And if you know more people that are amazing like you are, we would love to meet them. That thing is just like leaping off the wall. It's like,
is that it up there now?
Yeah, look, it's way up there.
Yeah, he's getting wind of the gecko that's going to come and eat him.
Check on it.
Courtney says they sound like assholes.
I think he needs to go outside. I think some people are assholes. Who are we talking about in this case?
They're brothers.
Oh yeah, they're assholes.
Yeah, it's like a little like wormy thing.
Yesterday I said, "Oh, your idiot brother," and I said, "Oh wait, I'm gonna have to be more specific."
Well, the whale is not. The half whale is not an idiot.
No, he is not an idiot. He's the best. Well, he's the second best brother ever. George, our good friend George, reverse mortgage king. He's the best brother ever.
Tracy has a baby frog on her front door. That's very nice.
Can you send me a picture?
Do you have like one of those like screen doors, like the old fashioned with the wood frame and the spring?
That's what we expect in Georgia.
That's what I want.
Do you have a porch with a swing? She does have a porch with a swing. And like maybe some rocking chairs.
Do you have that Spanish moss hanging from your trees?
Oh my God. I want a tray. I want a tray with sweet tea and lemonade and maybe some biscuits.
Did you eat boiled peanuts?
Sandwiches. We used to do that. That was one of my favorite things growing up.
What, lemonade?
Is making a tray of food and bringing it out to the garden to eat. Oh my God, I love that. Wait, does that make me sound like bougie?
A little bit, yeah.
Like we would just have like
we had a garden. We had pavement.
We had a little garden that was like maybe 8 feet long, maybe 4 feet deep.
Oh, Tracy says she'll send pictures. They do have a daybed swing.
It was probably like
for getting it on.
It's probably like 16 feet long and about 4 feet deep. And there was this huge lilac bush in the corner. And so whatever we saved, sang on top of spaghetti, on top of spaghetti, all covered with cheese. I lost my poor me, blah, 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 blah. Rolled out to the door. It grew into a bush. I always imagined it going into the lilac bush because it rolled out the door and we had these little stairs.
Courtney says she has a garden. Does that make her fancy?
We used to have the best garden. Do you not think we had the best garden?
We had a good garden, but no, gardens don't make you fancy. That makes you smart because you're growing your own shit.
Yeah.
All right. So yesterday was the eclipse, right? And so I guess what they kept talking about, I don't know what you're doing.
Putting my shirt to a dress.
And they kept talking about the path of totality is what they were talking about. So one of my friends on Facebook, another Stacy that we know.
How many Stacys do we know?
I don't know that many. This is just gonna pop a titty, I guarantee it. All right. So, anyways, she was sick of the term path of totality, and so I said, well, what if I use it in a different way? And I said, some women have a landing strip, some have a path of totality, and she didn't even like that. Really? I thought Stacy, my other friend Stacy. I thought path of totality was it was popular in the 70s, and then the landing strip.
Maybe she didn't get your dad.
Yeah, maybe not.
Some people don't understand your dad jokes, honey.
All right, so
how I know that you'll never cheat on me is your dad jokes.
Agree about the garden. I need to send pictures of mine. Would love to see that. Oh my gosh, I do that all the time with my leggings. I put my tits in them.
Good job.
Oh, girl. So you go whoop up with the leggings and then whoop.
Oh, but she's so nice. Tiny. They're all stretchy on her. That's hilarious.
Nice.
But do you look like Urkel when you do that?
Yeah, I want to see that and I want you to be wearing glasses like Urkel, and I want you to send us a picture because that would be amazingly funny.
And I would like you to show us your actual size next to a Barbie doll, maybe.
Or like next to a ruler, like or something. You know, like
an object, like a refrigerator, like how short she is next to her refrigerator. That would be amazing.
Put yourself next to something.
And no forced perspective.
That makes you look even smaller. Like an oversized pencil, like an oversized.
Is your husband really? I bet her husband's pencil. Really big because she's like into freaky shit. I bet
she is into freaky shit.
I bet her husband's like 6'4", like 280, fucking solid as a fucking rock.
I picture her husband as like being a bear, wears Carhartts and a hat.
The people.
I don't know why I just said that I had in a weird accent, but like I'm just thinking like that's like I'm trying to think like one of those guys in like I don't know one of those like bluegrass bands. That's who I'm thinking. That's what.
I don't know. What I do know is that I think he could be in a hip hop band. I like that shit. Yeah. Have you heard of this hip hop? It's like rap and country at the same time.
She loves
I fucking love that shit.
I can't stand it.
But that's not the point. He could be in a hip hop. He
could be anything. I don't know.
But haven't you noticed?
Yeah.
That the people that watch this podcast seem to have in common one thing, and it is all that they like to fuck. They like to fuck, and a lot of them are freaks in various ways.
Well, that said. Roundtable Mindset Podcast is here. Hello, I am new to your group. We welcome you.
Oh my God, that is so cool. We love to support other podcasts. If
Absolutely.
You would like to give yourself a little plug, just type in, baby.
We just did.
Well, like tell us like a little blurb about your podcast. Like my podcast is
because we'll look into it and we'll give you some promo. Because we're glad you are here.
Well, but he could even tell us it
could be a she.
When it's
you don't
on,
know what you don't assume.
When they can watch
don't assume.
Let us know when it's on, where they can watch it.
Roundtable is clapping. And so, all right. So Courtney says she's 4'10", 110 pounds, and her hubby is 6 feet and 220.
Close enough. Y'all freaks.
Here's the thing. If he was.
We think we're kinky, but we're not. We're boring as fuck.
Boring as fucking. Oh, fuck. Anyways, Roundtable is clapping, and she says, "Hi, welcome. It's wild in here." So Roundtable, you're already getting welcomed from our loyal what we call master haters here on Marital Hate. We people tend to like we have this community, and they friend each other and support each other, and it's a beautiful thing. My wife is typing.
Well, because I just wanted to remember that we're vanilla as fucked, which is using swinger vernacular. For people like us, that will only swing for vacation.
I'm not swinging for.
I actually need to tell you a very important story. I have to see if I can pull this up.
Does it involve?
It's pretty fucking funny. Yes, it does. As a matter of fact, it involves us swinging.
I love the fact that you have a whole screen on your computer of Oprah pulling a wagon of fat. Be careful what you. Well,
I had to write down. I had to write down that you're supposed to get an Oprah wagon of fat because
I have a great idea for a shirt.
So wait, what was I looking up? What was in the Oprah wagon of fat?
No, you said you were looking up some story that you were going to tell us and you needed to tell us.
Shit, what was it about?
Well, I can't help you.
I have no idea.
It's a huge hit and I'm willing to help.
What's a huge hit?
I don't know. Either this podcast or my album or both.
All of the above. Yay.
Roundtable. All right, here's the Roundtable. Our podcast is about bringing different perspectives together and have difficult conversations.
That's what we do.
We are found on all major platforms. Thanks for letting us plug. Absolutely. We actually
do the same fucking thing.
Talk all the time about
you stole our idea.
We didn't steal our idea. We're just very different people with different viewpoints on the world, but we come together and agree on more than you'd think.
We should definitely collaborate. I think that would be really cool because we're doing the same thing, but I'm sure.
Yeah, you guys are probably doing a little bit more above board. How much do you
talk about your butthole? Because I talk about my butthole a lot. Like your podcast is for probably nice, respectable people. Mine is for people who like to talk about buttholes.
It's extremely
They also like kinky fucking sex, apparently, these people.
Apparently, the first 20 minutes of this podcast was about monster dongs. And it wasn't the first time. So yeah, if you know Cards Against Humanity, we go like that's a line and we go way past that line. So if you can handle it, stick around. And hopefully it's good. But yeah, the whole idea that we started Marital Hate was we don't hate each other, but we have different ways of seeing the world, and it's good for each other. We learn from each other that way.
Yeah, and the podcast is it's really funny because some people have given us grief about the name, and it's like, dude, you don't understand. Marital Hate for us is a joke because we realize that like as much we spend like literally every minute together, and we've done that forever now, and we're like each other's best friend, and we're also each other's worst nightmare. And so sometimes, we have a little marital hate, but not really. We still love each other. We're just annoyed with each other.
The round table says fantastic conversation. We've just felt our they said we had just celebrated our first year. Us too.
We too.
And
holy
end
shit.
of March.
We fucked up the date too.
We did. We thought it was Saturday. We thought it was Sunday. It was actually Saturday.
We don't even know.
Well, we just did it on a whim, and we're like, people are always telling us to have a reality show, and so this was the closest we could get. We just started
on a random Tuesday. How many episodes do you guys have?
We have this is 225. Sometimes we miss them because
I have a disease.
Yeah, March. Oh wow, March for them too. What if it's like Dan and
they could be like me and
Macy.
They could be like me and Darlene, how we have the same diagnosis. You're diagnosed with Lyme disease on the exact same day, like to the day, year, like whatever. We had the same diagnosis. We've been friends ever since.
But you guys are fancy of a round table. We have this rectangular table.
It's glass. Sometimes when I lean forward, it's like this thick glass, and it's really like it's like an octagon, and it's like a stretched out octagon. Corners, yeah. And sometimes I lean forward and I catch my nipples on it, and I don't like that. And the chairs could be more comfortable.
But we're making do, right? And we come here every night, and these people that join us every night are really lift our spirits and
oh my God,
give us a sense of community.
We love you guys. Fantastic. We still haven't gotten to the fucking topics at hand, but I do want to ask you one question.
Oh.
Okay, so let's say the podcast is like fucking Rogan level podcast.
Okay.
Everybody's going crazy for it. Like there's other people doing it. That
imagine how many dick pics you'll get then.
That would make me very happy. Like think of Bunny XO has a fucking sick ass podcast. Joe Rogan, Jesus, Theo Vaughn has a sick podcast. Two Bears, One Cave. Yeah. And look at this. Theo our Vaughn, friends, SD does some podcasting and Roundtable Mindset podcast.
Yeah.
Court, do you want to do any podcasting?
She does sales, but I think she goes live sometimes to sell her wares. So Roundtable wants to know what's tonight's topic. Okay, so we've been posting. That's
the problem.
We've been doing some socials, right? So our title of this episode was the FMK debate.
Hang on, we never know, but
we don't know.
But today we
but
knew.
it went.
But it goes all over. ADD.
We start with good intentions, and then it just goes.
We start with fucked up intentions. Let's be honest.
They're but we don't usually like to go where we go.
But we do because I'm on drugs.
So we had one person who's volunteered to make a plastic rubber mold out of one of our other viewers' monster dong using a 5-pound bucket and provided pricing for same. So it's I don't know where this goes, but there
What if one night a deranged fan came up while we were doing the podcast?
That could definitely happen. We are risking our lives out here in the veranda. It is Florida, folks, so it doesn't have to just be a deranged fan. It could be just a deranged person.
Am I like because I am like
you're crazy high is what you are.
No, I know, but am I that's a burrowing
owl.
A burrowing owl.
Native to this area.
Which is bound to land in my hair and nest because I'm a friend to all animals.
And it's an endangered species, so we can't even move her, take him out of your hair.
That's true. And yesterday, a goddamn dolphin swam right the fuck up to me. We swam together for like a half hour. It was like 50 yards. 50 yards?
50 yards
50 feet offshore. 50 feet offshore. We're best friends now. But I was so excited. Told him how much I loved him. And I said, oh my God, you're so beautiful. And I was friends with.
Now you're friends with dolphins.
You're
interspecies.
I seriously manifested that shit. You cannot fucking believe what I fucking manifested. We have to try that under a different title because.
Yeah.
Dude, what I fucking manifested that day. It's insane. I literally manifested the craziest thing.
Yeah.
So we do when we have a topic. Sometimes we have notes. Sometimes we kind of jump all over the fucking place. It's really terrible. It's really unprofessional, and we really need help.
Well, the two of us
help us.
The two of us have ADHD, and half the time we
and PTSD.
Yeah, and then these folks that are typing in, they don't help either.
Yeah, no, they're all fucking nuts.
So we try to keep everybody
only fucked up people watching this podcast. There's 44 comments. Fucked up people watching this live show, which like I'm really proud of us because we've come so far because we really weren't putting much effort into it until very recently. We weren't really able to. So for like the
proof of concept
for the last week or so, we've been putting a lot of effort into it. But for the year prior to that, we would just do it when we could. And we tried some things here and there, but we're really trying very hard right now. And any advice you have, we would really appreciate.
Well, they say we have great personalities,
Well,
and
thank
somehow
you.
Tracy says respect.
RESPCT.
Otis Redding wrote that song, and he
I'm
taught the world how
hoping
to spell that word.
That if we cannot make something of this podcast, that respect will turn it into a free lodging in your camper in your driveway. Thank you. I think they would take us in.
They probably would.
I think they believe in us.
I wonder if they'd bring us like some of the the ham dinners that they have.
That would be cool because we can have pets without having pets, and nobody gives a fuck if I go out in the pool naked.
No, nobody.
Good time. We could grow vegetables together. We could play cards.
But they eat good old like stuff like that, like cube steak. Like I don't. They're eating cube steak over there. I've not had a cube steak since my mom was alive.
Herein lies the problem.
It's crazy.
Can I tell you what the problem is?
Yeah.
My friend Tracy, I absolutely love her to death.
It's fantastic.
I think her wife is imaginary. Mm-hmm. Her sister-in-law Beth seems lovely. I don't know anything about her brother. He could be a total dick. I don't really know. But he seems like a delight. She lives with her mom, and her mother drives her insane.
You could run interference. She said she'd take you in.
Well, I could run interference, but let me just tell you, if I'm there, your mother's going to say something disrespectful about you, and I'm going to have to kill her, and you're going to have to help me hide the body. Because I'm going to tell you right now, I have like 6 people right now that I want to murder on the behalf of my husband. It's a good fucking thing we live in Florida.
I did not. I did not tell her to kill anybody on my behalf.
God.
Thank you.
I'm gonna do it because you won't. You will not kill anyone. I will. It's the Portuguese in me.
I'm a man of peace.
So the whole topic tonight, we have a bunch of things that we need to touch on, but the whole topic tonight was MFK. Or FMK. Fuck, marry, and so you get to choose one to do the sex with, choose one to do the marriage with, and you choose one to get rid of because let's face it, they're a blight on society.
Is what it is. So Tracy's okay with that statement, and Roundtable says if you're interested, I've sent you an email with a link to our podcast networking group.
Oh my god, I fucking love that. Thank you.
We all support each other. What do we? I mean, now, so
we love supporting other people. It's like our favorite thing to do. By the way, Doug just released his first album. It's called
Wagon of Fat. Oh no, it's not called Wagon of Fat.
Doug Gear Songs 1 through 10 is now out on Spotify, Amazon.
Trying to get as many people to listen to it as possible.
If you could check it out.
It's actually one of the songs is the theme song to this podcast.
Yeah, if you like our theme song. Yeah.
And we also made
although that song's very poppy and the rest of the album's got like rock, it's got different influences.
It's good. But earlier we were talking about Oprah dragging a wagon of fat onto the show when she got skinny. And,
although Michelle
SB was still loving the fact that it was wagon of fat.
Our friend Michelle did not love that we were making fun of Oprah.
We're not making fun of fat people.
We pointed out that we just don't like Oprah and we don't like her bucket of
fat. I'm the jury's like, I don't love Oprah. Don't get me wrong. But
do you think Oprah's your friend?
Dragging a wagon of fat is a little. I don't know if that's showy or if that's like just some people. It's just like
it just goes to show that some people will do anything to be famous. We don't want to be famous. We want to be able to. Well, we want to be like Oprah. We want to have a bucket of fat.
I just came up with what I want to do.
That we sleep with at night, and then we have all the money, and we do lots of nice things for charity. Although all the bad things that she's been accused of doing, take that and reverse it. We would never do that.
All right, here's what I'm going to do.
But we're probably not going to give away a bunch of cars that you have to pay taxes on. We'd be like, you live in the commune, you live in the commune, you live in the commune. And we would all do mushrooms instead of drink Kool-Aid.
I think it might be too late, but I would like to run the Boston Marathon while pulling a wagon of fat up Heartbreak Hill.
I think you could do it. You could do it, but you don't have that much fat. Do you want me to do it too?
I couldn't run 3 blocks.
Oh my god, I would do 2 wagons. I would need 2 wagons of fat. I would have 2 wagons. I would have to get like a rickshaw for the fat.
A rickshaw of fat.
That would be funny. How many people have ever run the Boston Marathon pulling a rickshaw?
I don't think anybody. I don't think they allow rickshaws.
First for everything.
I think it might be racist. I don't know. I want to have enough money to have a chef and eat the best I can. I want to have enough money to have.
Oh my god! I want to go to Disney and eat the food.
Yeah, I think. Well, we ran a poll the other day that things that people would want, either a maid or a chef. A chef won like hands down. Like,
nobody wasn't even. Not one maid person.
Yeah. No.
I think people are like, I could live in filth. It's okay.
No, we know a guy with a maid.
Like, oh, maid's way cheaper. I can just hire a maid. We should have a maid.
Disney food, yummy. Yeah, there's that beer cheese soup. from
Can we
Canada.
just talk about Disney food for just like a minute?
It's almost 9:45. Do you
Holy
have any
shit.
ottle topics? We have gratitude.
Oh my God,
we'll
have to talk about Disney food tomorrow.
We have a lot of things that on our agenda. Just tune in tomorrow. We'll talk about Disney food all day.
Yeah, we can do that all night. So tonight was FMK, Fuck, Marry, Kill.
Yeah.
And the thing is that when we've played Fuck, Marry, Kill, the other day I said, and it may have been in slightly poor taste. I had said that
Roundtable says, I want to have enough money that I can just pay people to tell how skinny I am. And get those funhouse mirrors to make you look thinner than you actually are. And then you'll develop an eating disorder.
So yesterday I did. That's a good idea. We're encouraging.
I'm making fun of. I'm not making fun of people with eating
Heat.
disorders. Believe me.
No,
I'm making fun of people without carnival
I have the
mirrors.
binge. I have the fucking binge eating part.
Yeah.
And the worst part of having the binge eating part and only the binge eating part, where you like to feed your feelings. I'm so jealous of bulimics. Like, I wish I had their follow through. And I'm not encouraging you to be bulimic, but like that's where your mind goes when you're a binge eater like me.
Well, there's certain things I will eat my weight in. And the thing I can think of off the top of my head is Rice Krispie treats. I will eat my weight in Rice Krispie treats. I will eat my weight in Chipotle. There's a lot of things.
He likes carbs. The carbs are his favorite. He likes
spaghetti with meat sauce. Oh my God. Yeah. That's
so eat all day. So we did an FMK the other day. So it's Fuck, Marry, and the other day we did Harry Potter. We got a viewer complaint.
They didn't like that. We did get a viewer
said
complaint.
They're children, and my point is that they're fictional characters, and we're not actually going to do that to these people. And these people are now adults. And somebody complained today about our Super Mario FMK. And
they're clearly not children. They're clearly not actual humans, and they're clearly cartoon video game characters.
You people are insane.
Roundtable, they need to go, but they'll definitely be checking out the podcast. Have a great night. Thanks for stopping by. We'll look for your email.
When are you on? Please tell us that.
Yeah,
before
tell us.
Go.
We'll check
when
out.
You're on.
Yeah, let us know. And Tracy loves Chipotle.
It's so good. Chipotle. Won't you stay open later? Maybe 7 o'clock, maybe 11 o'clock, maybe 2 a.m.
And we can't sing the rest of that song.
Needs steak after midnight. Ooh, yeah. It's a word that we can't say.
Yeah, we can't. Yeah.
Because we're white. Have you heard that song? I'm so glad I'm so glad I ain't white. Because I can say N-word, N-word. It's really funny.
So anyway, so people had, I can see them having a problem with like the Harry Potter cast, but we're talking about characters. We're not talking about the actual people that played the characters when they were kids and they're now adults. Anyways, we're just trying to have fun. So anyways, we decided, all right, let's use cartoon characters from a video game.
That's a great question.
And then,
do you think that there's a group, like a political activist black group that could use that song as their theme song, like the Black Panthers? That would be really cool. Like it would help with their PR.
I don't
know.
Seem
so rigid.
I don't know a lot about that situation.
If they were like they rebranded themselves like the Savannah Bananas, they'd have a more touchy-feely vibe.
I think everybody should have a touch of humor in whatever they do.
I agree with you completely. Okay, speaking of FMK.
Mario... So somebody had a problem with this. Like, this is not okay. These are cartoon things.
Fictional,
and they're not children.
Characters.
The two of them have facial hair, and the other one's like some sort of
an animal.
Dragon
thing.
You
should be offended by the very idea of bestiality, which apparently interspecies erotica. Sorry, that's not something you're supposed to do.
Anyway,
you also shouldn't watch this podcast for obvious reasons. So,
and why were you in the water with dolphins yesterday?
Well, for interspecies erotica, but you don't understand. I was just going to do the fisting.
Okay. Just a little fisting. This is a little harmless fisting.
This is my dolphin fisting workout.
Just a little harmless fisting.
I just want to make sure everybody sees this. This is my dolphin fisting workout. You can do it with me.
But you'd have to have 2 dolphins for that.
No, I'm just exercising both arms. So if the dolphin comes and and maybe the dolphin needs more stimulation.
You're going to have to swim with the dolphin upside down.
No, it's going to roll over and I'm going to straddle it. And it's going to flip its tail, and I'm going to get off a little bit while I fist it. So
I didn't sign up for this.
Dolphin fisting exercises. Okay.
All right, now we have 12 minutes before 10. So let's get back to your.
I'm so sorry. So I did a promo, and in the promo we were basically like, "Hey, one person, Billy, wants to wants all of them, but he wants to dress like Princess Peach. But then our friend Tom wanted Princess Peach
to be
and
one of the
thing
three.
Is, Billy wanted to dress like Princess Peach while he did the sex with the other ones. And so I was thinking we tried to put them together, but Tom said, no, thank you. And I figured he had sworn off of women because he had not had the best experience. And also, Billy is really nice. Billy would make a wonderful partner, but Billy has been happily married for like a bajillion years. He's not quite an OG lesbian.
Yeah,
but he is.
Billy's been around for a while.
What would you call like a experienced in the world of gay man Billy?
Gaydom. Gay man.
Billy from Peru. That's what we call him. Billy from Peru. Billy Peru, we love you.
Billy from Peru makes me feel
Actually,
bad.
I said we wanted to start doing a person of the week.
Person of the week.
Peru.
Oprah in a wagon of fat.
I would like to dedicate the remainder of this week to the theme Billy from Peru. We love you. I've never met Billy. We've talked. I think we may have. I don't know if we FaceTimed once. I think we FaceTimed once while he was smoking rape, spelled R-A-P-E, but with like an accent on it. But if you just say that, people get all confused.
Like Chipotle.
You're talking about something you shouldn't be talking about, but it's R-A-P-E. In any case, Billy has been a really good friend to me. He always makes me laugh, and he's just a really nice person. If you're looking to do ayahuasca tourism or any tourism in South America or Europe, he's your dude. Man. And he's also familiar with Southwest Florida because he used to live here, and he could tell you some stories.
Some people say Chipotle.
That's fucking weird.
That's not correct.
So the theme was FMK, Mario, Luigi.
Yeah.
Who do you say? I said
I
want to marry Luigi because he seems consistent and reliable and loyal. I'd want to F the Yoshi
the
because
beast.
The Dolphins gave me a taste for the beasts, and I would kill Mario because I feel like he's overexposed. You?
Well, I think I would. I'm a big on those games. I'm always Waluigi or Wario. Like I always like the villains or like Dry Bones, something like that. So that I can't even answer that question. Those are all like the good guys.
See, kind of the point is you're forced to play it. Well, we can't make people play it, but
can't
that's
make
like
me have sex with
kind of the fun.
character.
The fun of the game comes from when you have to answer whether you want to or not. That's where the fun comes. And when you can only do one, like that's where the fun comes from. Like there's a million times where I'm like, I'd just rather kill myself, thank you. But like,
that's a lot of
not
those.
the fun time. You have to force yourself and you have to justify your answer. You have to share your logic.
It's called the justification.
It tells people a lot about you.
Yeah.
I think the best way to tell if you should marry, I mean, we've been married for 10 years, best friends, spend pretty much every waking moment together.
Yep.
Don't you think playing FMK with someone tells you a lot about them?
Well, if they have good explanations, because sometimes you're like, yeah, do this and do that, and then that's a one-word answer. That's my new pet peeve. That's a pet peeve of mine. One-word answers. Got an email today. Kind of a one-word answer. Was looking for some expounding on some stuff. Take the opportunity. I haven't talked to you in a couple weeks. Boom, boom, boom. Nothing.
We need to find two people that are willing to play FMK on a first date and only.
Oh, nice.
That's all they do is they just sit there and play FMK, and then they decide if they want to have a second date or not based on that alone.
I've seen those things on TV where they have the people sit next to each other, like exes or whatever, and they ask them like really super hardcore questions.
This is the best dating show ever. It's FMK, right?
Yep.
So you go on a date with go on a date with someone.
What if there's 3 people that they get to choose from and one of them dies?
Oh, hang on a second.
It's like the dating game. Only one of them dies.
Hang on a second. It's a game show. It starts with a girl and a guy.
Yeah.
And they each fuck, marry, kill.
Yeah.
And then each of those people fuck, marry, kills, fuck, marry, kill. So they all go on 3 dates, and all they do on that date is play FMK.
With like real people.
So you have real people. So it would be like me and you go on the show, and we're like, I'm going to go on a date with 3 dudes. You're one of the 3 dudes, and you're going to go on the date with 3 ladies, and I'm one of the ladies.
Yep.
And we play FMK.
Right. But we could kill each other.
So we play FMK, like when we talk, we just like play FMK. We're given a series of names. We both have to pick. And at the end of the game, we have to decide with the 3 people we went on dates with, F, M, and K.
Yeah.
Each one.
Yeah.
And so if you match up with someone, they spend you on like a little date or a vacation or whatever. But you stay on the show until you match with someone.
So if you K, like maybe they get kicked with a giant boot into a big thing of foam or something.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Or Tracy could hide their bodies. She knows how to do that.
Yeah. Instead of Masked Singer, FMK. Yeah, I think it's better than the Masked Singer for sure. All right. Well, now it's 6 minutes left to go.
Jesus, I'm so sorry.
We go off on these tangents.
Well, that's what I'm here for. So bitter melon is what we have been prescribed by our doctor, Dr. Kelly Wallace. We highly recommend her so far. I'm just very nervous because I've been to so many doctors. She's put us on bitter melon for long COVID. I am on the liquid. Doug is on the tablets. I have to take it much longer and I have to take a higher dose. So we shall see what will happen. There's if anybody's interested, I do have the article, but this has been it was proven it was from a medical journal, and she gave me the article. And then George Lucas is trending for some reason. I don't know why, but we don't have time to talk about him, so we'll cover another day. Beetlejuice
Coming.
Beetlejuice.
It's coming.
Very excited for the sequel. Don't have time to talk about the original, but brilliant. Do you have a favorite moment? The Calypso.
Anything with Michael Keaton is great.
The Calypso at the table. Oh my God, Harry Belafonte, I love you.
It's great.
So does my friend Andrea. She's delightful.
He did.
Okay. Lenny FMK. We covered that. Lenny. Oh, do you guys think that the Harry Potter thing was going too far or not? And then Lenny Kravitz. I say I would like to talk about that at length because there's a dick pic of him on the internet, and we. Why
was he trending? Do we know?
No freaking clue. Joaquin Phoenix, same thing. I find him that opening scene in We Own the Night, sexiest fucking thing you will ever see in your life. No, am I wrong?
No, it's a good scene, especially with Eva Mendes. Oh my God. You kidding me?
It's like,
and that I think that movie, I don't know if that scene does, but that movie has the Clash in it. They have Magnificent Seven used in it prominently.
How many times do you want to fuck Eva Mendes?
How many times do I want to?
Yeah.
How many times I want to and how many times I can is probably two different things.
You're almost 60.
I'm almost 60.
You're not almost 60. When you're almost 60, it'll be like that week. When you're almost 60, it'll be like that week.
And I don't want to be. I know Eva Mendes is married to some like star guy thing. I forget which one.
Ryan Gosling.
And,
no, it's a game. It's a game. I'm sure celebrities.
Well, no, you just said she's in a movie and I want to fuck her. Basically.
I'm sure celebrities play this game about regular people all the time. Like they probably just sit there.
You know that guy from the KFC and the drive-thru?
Of course they do.
Fuck him. And celebrities then the guy that delivered the DoorDash.
I really do want to know. That's my favorite question. I want to ask all celebrities. I want to ask every celebrity, what do you ever play FMK? That would be such a fucking funny question.
Tracy says it was in her opinion it was not too far. It's a game.
Thank
Everybody's lighting up.
But I want to hear what other people have to say because I know what you think because you're always like so supportive and amazing and we just love you. Although Billy's the person of the week this week. You can be next week. So Lenny Kravitz, I would like to know more. Joaquin Phoenix, hot as fuck in that movie. I'm trying to think of what else I've seen him in. But that movie was amazing. Do you love that movie?
That's a tough movie to take. That's like an intense movie.
Who's the guy that's in it? Is that Michael?
It's Robert Duvall.
Yeah, but who's the Michael?
Michael Rappaport?
Not Michael Rappaport. The guy that's in it that plays his friend. Oh my God, he's so good in it.
I'm not sure.
And then
Muck Sticky. Do you ever play FMK?
Oh my God, I would love to know that. Ja Rule. I don't know why he's trending, and I know he did a song with J-Lo. That's I remember. Gene Hackman, he's done so many good things.
Gene Hackman was seen. He hasn't been seen for years, and he like somebody got a picture of him, and he's all.
Oh, I hope he's okay. Please,
he's okay. He was that guy. That guy was great in everything he ever did.
Leave him alone.
Same with Robert Duvall too.
I want them to leave him alone, but I also want Richard Simmons to make a movie.
Richard Simmons is the best.
I just think it would help so many people. So I have Lime.
Taylor Swift. Do you ever play FMK?
Oh yeah, no, we'll totally go after all those. And so we do enjoy a good conspiracy, cannabis. We're with the gays. Woo-hoo. We're starting to show clips online. If you could share them, they're short clips of the podcast. We would really, really, really appreciate it. Whenever you comment, like, share. I'm sorry to be a pain in the ass, but we're supposed to tell you that. And the comment on tonight's thumbnail was we're going to get to pulling out soon. Oh no, that wasn't tonight's. That was another.
No, that wasn't today.
Where's tonight's? Are we even live?
Don't know.
We may have gotten shut off. Anyway, we love you guys. Anyways, and every night we do
gratitude.
Fuck Mary. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Fuck Mary gratitude. It's a new game, people.
I'm grateful I'm married to you, so I'm gonna fuck you. How about that?
Well, I'll be grateful for that.
You guys should all play that tonight. That's something we can all do.
She loves the thumbnails.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad.
Some of them are great.
We need to figure out a new platform to alter those on, or a better way to do it. Doug's gonna have to take that one over, I think. So, actually, I think that's something you would have a lot of fun with. Okay, so and then we could NFT those. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, so I am so grateful for all the people that are here supporting the podcast. We have consistently had like almost 50 people, either 50 or above every night, which is a huge jump for us. Obviously, like we would like it to be more. 38 of those people are coming from my Twitter. 8 people from the Marital Hate Twitter. One of you's over on YouTube. Thank you. And one of you's on Facebook. Thank you. We appreciate you guys so much. Thanks for the love. Todd, oh my God, we love you. We miss you. We hope you're okay. Oh my God, I cannot believe that injury you had. You need a plastic bubble too. All of our friends need plastic bubbles. Tom had some sort of like brain aneurysm. He had his head cut open. Like, oh my God. Tracy and Ann are like the bionic women. Cheryl's here.
Courtney over there on, I thought it was SB, but it's Courtney.
SB was there
jumped
too.
Over there.
Cheryl was here. Go Bills. Hey. Tracy and Courtney, we love you guys so much. Ann was here. Tracy. I'm trying to think of who else. The round table.
A little Tommy.
Oh, look at that. Friend Kabursky, Utah.
Yeah, we didn't read that because we think that's a sales pitch.
Well, it is. I'll still read it. For Bessie Oki, they said they got rid of their child anxiety, depression, migraine, autism, fibromyalgia, lupus, PTSD, rheumatoid arthritis, autoimmune disease, and ADHD brain fog issues through the help of Geospore on Instagram. Check him out. He might have something you need. That sounds like a scam.
Yeah. Anytime they can cure all that laundry list of stuff.
But you're all welcome to check out for yourself. Don't trust our judgment.
So Tracy says, I'm thankful for both of you. I'm thankful for pancakes for dinner. Ooh, I want pancakes.
Oh my God, I want pancakes right now.
Let's go to Waffle Hut.
Can we have pancakes?
We do have pancakes. I don't know if I'm in the mood to cook pancakes at 10:01 at night. I'm thankful for getting my MRI done tomorrow. We wish you luck with that and hope it's goes smoothly.
We are always praying for you.
I'm more thankful to have great music to listen to in my 2-hour car drives. And I'm thankful for my bed.
Round table, SB. I'm so grateful.
I don't know why I said my bed.
I think there was somebody I'm forgetting. I'm so sorry. Courtney and Tracy and Ann and everybody who comments along. Oh, Michelle and Art were here too. I'm so sorry. There were so many people here. Thank you so much for all you do. It means so much to us. We love you so much.
Ann was here out of the gate.
I'm grateful that we had a good doctor's appointment today. I'm grateful that I had stars at Starbucks so I could get a free latte.
I'm grateful it was beautiful out today.
The girl didn't seem to like me. I'm grateful for the doctor.
I was grateful that I stayed in and let my sunburn heal a little bit.
We peaked.
She's thankful for her family and you guys and her little farm.
I can't wait to know more. I want to come. I want to come in my RV one day.
Don't forget, I want that legging picture because that's funny as hell. That's good comedy. That will make my day.
That
the
is
leggings
true.
Up to here. It's so
Don't
funny.
you still owe Cynthia like a fucking
I do. I have lasagna or something. Yeah, she hasn't been she hasn't been back in a while.
I think she might be on the mend. And then Trace says, yay. Oh, yay for you.
I will say yay.
I'm also thankful
if you take a yay and another yay and you put them together, you get a yay.
You asked me if I wanted ice cream before.
Yeah, I did.
Oh my God, how good would that ice cream be on
top of pancakes?
On top of a blueberry pancake.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that? We definitely have extra blueberries.
I don't know.
That ice cream on a blueberry pancake with a maple syrup drizzle.
I don't want to waste that ice cream on a pancake though.
No,
I want to eat it.
It would be the most delightful ice cream we've ever eaten in our lives. You could use a little mini press.
That's a waffle.
It's not a waffle. It's a circle. It's a flat.
Is it? No, maybe. All right, we'll go figure out what we're gonna eat.
My vagina needs to be aired out.
My vagina needs to be aired out. That's quota value right there. That's better than use a 5-pound bucket to mold my dong in. That's crazy. Well, not my dong, somebody else's dong. Anyways, I'm kind of done with this, to be honest. We'll see you tomorrow night. Thanks for joining us.
Why are you such a grouchy head?
Because I'm not the one that needs a 5-gallon bucket for his dong.
I think you have the perfect dong. Okay.
Well, there you go. And there you have it. And that is true. Marital hate.
Right.
See you tomorrow, guys.